Hello, everyone. Good evening. We're back. I don't think we're going to get a part 3 of DSP's Nuclear Day, but sometimes with these chill streams, things happen. Things you don't want to happen. Things that you had to do, you understand? I didn't mean to do that. I just had to. And let's put that back on. There we go. Nice. You got the credit on. So DSP was inundated by toxic activities by Mr. Keemstar on his stream earlier today, and that's what we're going to catch up on. It's such a weird feeling right now because I watched everything about Darkside Phil in the past 48 hours. I'm completely caught up from the events happening. I have nothing really to watch, and it's such an odd feeling. I could watch the Duty stream, but from what I heard, it kind of went south and derailed and turned kind of clown mode. So I think I'll just do everyone a favor and not watch it. How is everyone today? Hello, JDX. Nice, harassing me.
Hey, Keem, just so you know, this is not your stream.
Yeah, we've all fallen for DSP's trap.
This is not me talking to you.
Enjoying Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Lewis?
The show that I do here, I don't want extra donos because you want to call in. Like, he literally just said, can I call into your stream? You want views and donos. Let me call in there. You really want to have a conversation with
your
me,
world order? Sorry, you're
why,
bored,
okay,
dude.
I have an honest question for Keemstar right now. And this is actually, I'm going to be
I
very
hope so,
respectful
Steph.
to him right
but
now.
it's a chill stream, so we're in the chill zone right now.
Nice, okay? Because he's actually being kind of nice in the chat, all right? Why do you care what I think about you? Why does it matter to you? Why does my opinion, I'm a nobody on the internet, all right? Why does my opinion on you and your content matter so much to you? Really, I mean, that's an honest question for you. I'm very shocked that you would come on my...
I don't know, Lewis. I'm hoping that he's had a little bit of alcohol in his system and we could get some funny moments.
Why do you,
I'm going to stop by the store
I
tomorrow, Lewis.
Say anything about anyone.
If I get the chance.
And they don't care. You're the only... I'm serious about this. Like, you're the only person who I've ever criticized in my 15 years of content creation. You're actually, like, upset, aren't you? You're genuinely upset that I don't like you and your content. Wow. That's actually shocking to me. No one else has cared about my opinion. Not a single person has cared. But you do. Like, to you, it's a big deal. At first, I thought you were, like, messing around.
Yeah.
But maybe you actually are, like, upset.
You want to know the bottom line? The bottom line, in my opinion, I'm kind of already done with the Keemstar angle. Because I personally don't really like the guy. But it feels like it's becoming a distraction. Ironically, I do feel like it's becoming weirdly more about Keem than it is DSP. And that's where I get kind of annoyed, because it's like, no, I want to watch DSP fall apart. I don't want necessarily to watch Keem be part of DSP falling apart. But it's not really up to me. It's not like Keem's going to watch this video and say, you know what? This guy's got a point. I'm going to step back. It doesn't matter. You do whatever you want to do. But that's just kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. I hate to see people argue in the tractor sphere. JDX, from what I understand, what I was seeing on Twitter, what people were having a problem with was that Duty and some of the others in there were saying things that were not entirely accurate. And there's two reasons why you don't want to be inaccurate with DSP, is that, first of all, you just shouldn't be inaccurate in general. But two, this dude picks up on any inaccuracies to say, see, they're lying about me. So, I mean, I do think that I want Keem to be part of, whatever his documentary he's doing. But, like, this little moment right here of him hopping in DSP's chat, look, man, there's nothing really to be gained here. It's not even really funny.
That I don't like you.
Do whatever, man.
Because, I don't know. But anyway, Keem, we're not going to talk about it today. I won't ban you because you're not violating the rules or anything, but I want to talk about it
today.
We
need a new rule. No Keemstars allowed.
Booked.
How's it going, little shadow?
But I'm not, and by the way, I'm not answering the phone if you call me. You can email.
But I have nothing really against any of those detractors. I've got nothing against it.
You would like to talk about stuff.
You just got to make sure you vet your stuff first.
That's it. He says, I give you respect and validation for your opinions, and you're baffled. When did you ever give me respect or validation of my opinions? You crap on me on your Twitter all the time. I mean, you've done many.
If Keem can poke the windbag and make him deflate, then fair enough. But every time Keem takes a good stab at Phil, he returns later with his tail tucked,
many videos
cape
about
around
me.
and do nothing.
Right?
Yeah, and it kind of gets a little...
Every once in a while, I bring you up. If someone asks me about you or your content, I'll respond. I've never really just out of
It could very well have been Steph. It was a late night, and
like
everyone
crapped
was
on
kind of
me,
tired.
like out of the blue.
And
usually it'll be someone
you know,
asking me about my opinions about you, or just about certain kinds
even
of
the
content,
best
and I'll
musicians have
answer.
bad performance
You'll never
nights.
find
It happens.
a whole video of me crapping on you because I just don't care. You know what I mean?
This
But
is a
you've
full
made
video,
entire
technically.
video things about me on your Twitter, how you hate me, I'm level 1, blah blah blah. You know, making fun of me and shit. You know.
Do you think that they just need to have sex and get it over with? Now, this is going to come as a shock to everyone, but DSP is a power top. He asserts that dominance. And Keem, I think he might come in thinking he's going to be a top, but you can't out-wrestle this dude, man. He will beast you. It's over. All right, I'm done. No more slander. Continue.
No, Keem. No, I hear you. He says we need to be more, not emails.
Yeah,
I'm saying we need to arrange for it. Like we just work out when we can do it.
That accusation appears to have a lot of merit, but
That's different.
Yeah, I don't want to take him out of context, dude.
Sorry, like that's not how I operate. Maybe it is how you operate, or you're used
it
to.
was nerves. I was in there and he
like
was freaking
change
nervous.
everything for you.
Not
That's
everyone
not
can
me.
put
That's
in
not
the...
how
Yeah,
I've
it's true.
operated. I'm not going to do that. You're not going to take over my show. I have another 90 minutes to go here.
Can I not imagine, Lynn?
Members who
Yes.
submitted videos
For right
that
now,
are
you
more important
can't.
to me than you. Just being honest. All right. So we'll arrange it in the future. No, we're not arranging it now. I have to end the conversation because I need to continue on with my own show, which you're derailing. You understand? But you're being nice about it. You're not being a jerk. I understand you want to talk to me or whatever. But if you're that
You can send me an email at dspspacegaming@hotmail.com.
It's not now. Well, we'll talk about it in the future. Just not now.
God damn it,
So if you
JDX.
continue to push and insist
Cut
that
it out.
right now and derail my show.
Nerves are
you will
not
be
Kim and
banned.
Shinko
Just
made
I'm telling you
detractors as
publicly
whole look
up
like
front.
tards
I
to
can't
credit.
have this. It's my business. It's my stuff.
Shit.
You know? And I'm trying to
yeah.
do this nice and civil. Okay?
Well, I guess the only way to go up from there is some good PR.
Fair enough. Again, you could have. How about this? Since you can't email me, have your people email me. Your people. I know you have
Send
people
your stooges out.
who pay to do things.
Right, I
Have
understood what you
people
meant.
employ, email me, and we'll hash it out because I don't even
Derek
know
is
how you do
screwed.
your stuff.
Yes.
With
Porn stars are
screwing
yelling
up.
at him on Twitter.
All right.
He did nothing
And
wrong.
we'll do a co-stream where we can
Yeah, Craig
stream
is-
our side of it. And we'll
Craig
have
is
a
very much
conversation,
finished.
Civil conversation, correct? Perhaps.
Has anything really happened to this
I'm
video?
always
I've been
down for
listening to
civil
it.
conversation. I'm shocked you care about my opinions about anything. I'm really shocked about that. But, all right, and that's it. That's where I'm going to end it. If
There's 4
if
more
you
minutes
continue
left.
to derail my stream, I am going to have to ban you, just so you know, because I need to do my show. Fair enough? All right. As civil as I can be. Okay.
Nuclear
By
Detractor,
the way,
welcome.
these idiots,
I
these
think I've
idiots
seen
who
your
are
name.
actually insulting me in the chat, I know that's not you, but that's the kind of people that follow you around. You know that, right?
So because Keem exists, people around him are guilty by association. Keem's name comes before someone talking shit. That's Keem's fault. Gotta get together, man. Hello, adult. It's obvious that money that was made at his expense is all a thing. I think so.
Now listen to this. So here's how...
I do think that Kat had something to do with it. I was mentioning this on Twitter. Because Kat, from what I've gleaned just from how little I've seen her and how little we've seen of her, she seems like a person who's relatively catatonic. Like, you kind of have to drag reactions out of her from the looks of it. So I think what happened is that Kat was watching these videos and she actually was more direct in saying, Phil, you didn't do too good. You did badly. And you're still doing badly right now. And DSP, who's probably not used to hearing a lot out of Kat, because Kat just doesn't seem to talk that much, and DSP will do all the talking for her, was probably pretty blown away by that. That's just my theory. It has no basis on anything. It's just what I'm speculating. And I think that contributed to his anger a lot. Because, you got my chick mad now. You got my chick making fun of me now. And for DSP, even though if she would have just said that doesn't necessarily mean that he's a bad person for it. He is a bad person for it. But I don't know. I think I want to believe that Kat had something to do with his meltdown yesterday. How's it going, boys? It was funny. I'm going great, BR Joe. It was funny when someone mentioned DSP scamming his mom, and Craig flipped out immediately without wanting to hear it. Yeah. Craig, to his credit, is really trying to focus on just the specific things. And I admire that for him, and I think a lot of people need to give him that credit. We're not going to talk about Derek. He's not interested in Derek. We're not going to talk about Panda Lee. He's not interested in Panda Lee. And instead of trying to convince him of that, I think it'd be a better approach to just laser focus specifically on Phil and that be the selling narrative, because it's going to create too many distractions. Do we all want to talk to Panda Lee? Dude, I would pay millions of dollars if I had it to get Panda Lee to do an interview. But it's more realistic that we should just leave her alone. I don't know. Keem trying to DM Derek. Oh, God.
Hey, Keem, I loved your scene.
Oh, it gets funny. I'm going to do a documentary.
Fire up the clone tanks. We'll see. We're doing a chill stream right now.
It's not even correct. It's supposed to be
Derek blocked
Keem.
Keem.
Use the wrong word. I'm not going to reach out to you.
Bill
It's
will
up
have a
to you
chat
to
with
reach out
Keem.
to me. Good luck.
Yeah, Andrew,
I'm not
see, you're
going
right.
to reach out to you. I don't care what you do. You can make whatever videos you want. Everyone has made a documentary. You're like the last person. You're late to the game. You're way late to the game on that. Like, what else are you going to say besides the same stuff, right? The same stuff that
I agree, Steph. I think that's very true.
You're just going to reiterate it. It's going to be the same crap. So go for it.
No offense taken, JDX. That sounds great.
Why would I give it
I
credit?
believe it, Goken or
When everyone else has
K.
done it.
Galleon. Yeah.
All right. I received $1 tip here. Well, actually, hold on. I have to see. I was going to split the part, and I got derailed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's split the part. Thank you for watching. Remember, the best way to support this channel is to become a member. If you'd like to become a member and nominate...
Begimon? Is Begimon a new Digimon?
Thank you in advance. And everyone watching, thanks for being a great audience and stuff like that.
To be fair to us,
Sound
Keem
good?
and Craig came into duty streams and they were in the vortex. They were asking questions and stayed for so long. After hours of DSP lore, it gets into the weeds, you know. Yes, that's absolutely true.
Keem, it sounds like you're threatening me now.
Oh, no.
You
What?
understand that, right? What you just said. And you know what happens to people who threaten me?
Banned.
They don't last too long in my chat.
They get banned. I'm the hero of this story, dickhead.
Again, you know, we could do things civilly or we could do it your way. You're not going to like it if I do it your way. You're just not going to enjoy that. Just to tell you. You're not going to enjoy being...
Banned.
You know what
Gone.
I'm saying?
Forever.
Like, you come in here and again, you try to derail my content. You try to make it all about you.
Exactly,
Do
Uber Allen.
whatever you
Where
want.
was any of DSP's
Make your own
fans?
content. You can make a documentary. You can put it wherever you want.
It's your,
You know what I
it's
mean?
your
Like,
fault, DSP. Someone made this very beautiful point on Twitter. It's DSP's fault that none of his fans came to his defense, because DSP has spent pretty much his entire life building perfectly sized leashes to keep his fans on. Do not talk to detractors. Do not talk to people I don't like. Don't talk to anybody other than me, Phil. So you've chained up your supporters. They're too terrified of defying you, so they're not going to go and talk to this Craig dude. You created this yourself. It's no different than the cult leader saying, why didn't they ask my supporters anything when their supporters are locked down in the compound? Whatever.
For it.
A bar of pandas. I don't want panda soap. Imagine.
You better talk to me or else I'm going to Netflix. Do whatever you want. Dude, it's your life. It's your power.
I have a bad feeling his wish won't happen.
Everyone
Nobody can
makes their own
leave this
choices in life.
vortex bot system without scratch. Yeah.
How is it clear manipulation? You literally just said, no one else has Netflix contracts. So you say, I'm going to go to Netflix and have a whole Netflix documentary about you. So you better do what I say. I'm not doing anything you say. Zero. I will do 0 things that you say to me. 0. It will never happen. I will never be doing something you tell
This
me.
guy is a man of pure
Not
will.
once in my life will this happen. Okay, done. I don't care. All right. So
Goodbye.
again,
Ban
that's
him.
where we're leaving it.
Ban
If
him.
he continues, I will ban him.
Toss his
All right.
ass out.
Now, because we split the part, now I can shout this out.
You can't shout out.
All right, King, that one was pretty funny, actually. He tried to use reverse psychology. That's actually quite funny.
Yeah, you can't use reverse psychology on DSP because he runs in every direction at the same time. Doesn't really work. Alright, I'm going to review chat here. Whoever came into the stream last night complaining about the cat ruined the call. I heard about the cat thing. I really don't understand. Like I said, I'm kind of running on no information because I feel like the more information I have, the more capacity I'm going to make some really dumb opinion on something. And as I've said to Phil, you can't exercise the right to just say nothing. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. But they were busy being lazy. The fans? Yeah, that's true. Lazy ass fans. The train wreck of DSPs, dude, it was great, man. Real sports take. Interview Goken. Whatever happened to Goken? Why is he always in the chat kissing DSP's ass, but not in anybody else's DMs kissing his ass? What on earth could DSP fans say? Phil played game good. Phil talked to me I like him. He could tell Craig, hey, Phil's a really great guy. If we pay him enough money, he puts on a vest for us. But that's only if we pay enough money. He told them to not watch it. Yeah, exactly. The Dutch Bros, Yomi Amusement, don't touch that channel, trust me. Oh, God. Are in Aqua videos. Oh, no. Craig is on his own multi-person podcast, including an actual girl. He's a Chad, and the Vortex will not claim him. I think that if you want to leave the vortex of DSP, you have to make a really conscious effort to completely divorce yourself from it. And it is really hard to do. That's kind of why Panda Lee and Howard and Rambo were successful, is because they had no real internet presence. So it was easy for them to completely drop DSP. And because look what happened when Howard started streaming again. He started streaming a couple months ago. People were in his chat already, instantly. Hey, what's your thoughts on Phil's current issues? So I don't know if Craig is really going to be able to make a full break from this. But I'd like to hope that he could. It's almost becoming an addiction to Keem. Yeah, he really needs to get over this Keem thing. Craig objectively treated DSP fairly. Craig treated DSP more fairly than he's ever going to get the rest of his life. And I don't think DSP will ever realize that. But he really needs to. And that's why he should have an immense feeling of regret. Craig was as nice as you were going to get, DSP. Because you know what's going to happen from here. Even if people want to interview you, they're going to see how you treated previous interviews. And they're going to come at you defensive and or hostile. So, no, you've burned the future. He sure uses reverse. Yeah, he uses some sort of psychology. And some sort of reverse. Unlike Phil, Craig and Adam have a really strong free speech policy, and they appreciate donos, unlike Phil, so they read them. Yeah, they actually, give credit to people and have them say their dumb things. Do people say dumb things through chat messages? I would imagine almost everything that anybody says could be perceived as dumb by somebody. But to DSP, they just shouldn't read them. Gokin is on thin ice, though. He was beginning to show signs of toxification. I did see those screenshots where he was asking Phil, why don't you just show it? Yeah, and he's been sitting on the fence forever. He's really obnoxious. I wonder what Swaggins thinks. He's the only one I give a crap about. But, so we're playing Like a Dragon Ishin. I can't say I'm really excited. DSP did 2 interviews. First and last, he got destroyed. Yeah. The first one with, I'm thankful that I keep forgetting his name. Quartering. It was such a waste of time. It was a waste of Quartering's time, and he realized it. That's how bad it was. I had a question about, a philosophical question about DSP when it comes to evidence. DSP's understanding of courtroom stuff, do you think that it is more that he genuinely doesn't understand how courtrooms work, or that he does know but he's intentionally manipulating people? Because it's a combination of both, but I'm wondering how much is more. I'm of the opinion that it's more that he doesn't understand how courts work, because he sounds like he has CSI syndrome, and CSI syndrome was this informal thing that happened after CSI started becoming popular. Jurors started demanding outlandish things to convict people. You need to have DNA, you need to have a confession, and or, preferably and, all three, a high-resolution photo showing the person committing the crime. And, it was really a problem because a lot of cases aren't solved that way. A lot of cases are solved by circumstantial evidence. 10 or 15 different facts that very clearly paint that the dude was doing the crime. And DSP seems to be of the opinion, or at least that's how he articulates it, that unless you have a high-resolution video of him sitting down, logging into WWE Champions, and you see down from the rafters, and he points to it. He has to point to it also, down from the rafters, and point to himself, and then hold up his social security number, and then say, this is me, Philip Burnell, and this is me playing this game, and that's me down from the rafters. Unless you have that, you have no evidence. No, dude. That's not how it works. I don't have to have footage of you shooting the guy to know that you shot a guy. Review Tech. Yeah, I think Review Tech is not going to be interested in DSP because Review Tech USA is dumb, but he's not stupid, if that makes any sense. He does dumb things, but he can pick up on patterns much better than DSP can. Phil's been super salty pulling out the blank. The blank paper was great, man. I love prop comedy. Derek retweeted. Goddamn. Derek retweeted Keen. Oh, God. Phil came out of that interview as a complete joke. To avoid damage from it, he burns his bridge to distract it. Yeah. And he has to toxify the... Because it's not enough to discard the interview. You have to make it so the interviewers were bad people, too. I don't know. It's really awful. That's true, Lackey Bracky. We do have footage of that. So, yeah, you have nothing. Unless you have him do a signed confession. Well, even then that doesn't count, does it? Phil only is in the mindset of a victim and will do anything in the moment to make it sad and bad. Yes, you're true. You're right about that. I really think DSP has CSI syndrome. I think he's watched too many TV shows, so he doesn't understand how courtroom stuff works. People have been convicted of far more serious crimes with far less evidence than we have of the WWE Champions thing. People have been put on death row for less evidence. Now, you can make a moral argument about that in any direction. Should we have more evidence before we send people to death row? The point is that courts have decided that. So DSP would be absolutely eradicated in a court. It would be embarrassing. I think that they would have to do it in a whole nother country. Phil is so narcissistic, he's basically a solipsist. I love that word. I really like, because I feel like that's true with DSP. I don't think he truly believes people exist. I think everyone is some sort of weird shadow entity that stands in the way of him and money. It's literally the reason why people get thrown out of jury duty for making references to crime scene dramas. Exactly. Exactly. Derek making alt Twitter accounts to ask porn stars. Just... Derek really should be his own lol cow. He really should be kind of divorced from DSP. This is the beginning of his Chris Chan arc. I hope so. Reopen debtor's prison. That's a scary slide, though. Or just a private one for Phil. Phil's pay pigs and whales also have CSI syndrome, based on their reactions to the interview. Yes. Your judgeship, I didn't do it. You know what? I believe you. Case dismissed. In fact, prosecuting attorneys, you have to give your money to Phil. DSP wants to have a gloved and fit moment. Absolutely he does. Absolutely he does. And he was hoping that that would be that in that interview. Because look at how much he was hyping it right before it. That this was going to be the stream, the interview. If you had any questions about my ethical behavior or any of this stuff, go to the interview. Debunked. Pick a minute in that interview, you're debunked. It did not become iconic how DSP wanted. He got eradicated. Did you ever see him singing his favorite songs? Yes. I am not a fan. Philly boy gets all... And how would he... Like, if you did a parody of DSP in the courtroom, it writes itself so easily that you would have maybe like a 4-hour long video about it. because he would get mad at the prosecutors for presenting evidence. Dude, it's bullshit. The prosecutors said that I'm probably guilty. Don't you realize that influences the jury? I think we need a mistrial. Derek singing? No, I have not seen Derek. No, I don't want to look at that. DSP doesn't understand how morality is different from legality, which is different of what should be the norm. He only sees only the reality that... Yes. But he's so quick to judge everyone else's morality. It's not fair, man. And also, he can have no evidence to convict people in the court of DSP. Look at how he convicted Keem of bringing in detractors. This person trolled in proximity of you. That means you brought him in here. Shouldn't this guy get some sort of trial? I feel like that's possible, Adam. But I don't really see where he could go from here. Like, this is a series finale level event. Like, what's really next? Is he can have an armed standoff with the FBI? The IRS? They have to drive a tank through his gated community to come and get him? That would be hilarious, but I don't really see how else it could go. Sorry about the music. I'm just chilling here, leaning back. I can try and find something else to watch. It's just all dumb shit I've been watching. And a lot of these are copyright stuff, so I can't really watch those. Oh my god, there's so much dumb shit in my recommendeds, and I have no one to blame but me. No! It's not how it should be. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought that was the stream. Damn it. Ugh. I wonder if that interview will spawn new detractors. Dude, it already has. It already has. There were people in one of the Twitter threads saying that I didn't know anything about this Phil dude. He seems like a huge piece of shit. Which is bullcrap. Those people who thought that, they should have talked to his fans. DSP seems angry because someone made money. If the interviewers made $0, would they still be horrible people? I want to say yes, because there's nothing that DSP can't find a reason to hate people for. I do think the money was probably the biggest factor. And I was wrong too. I thought that they made more money than they did. They didn't. But DSP was fine with it until he saw that the money was attached to toxicity and that it was a lot of toxicity, therefore a lot of money. Then he started getting really cranky. And I think Kat's comments got to him and Adam got to him. And then it just went haywire. Stollywood, I think Adam has the record of fastest toxification live to DSP. It was 35 minutes. And he was already pissed off at Phil. He already didn't like the guy. New people that want to keep an eye on Philly. It might. They have a lot of catching up they have to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Craig didn't make that much money. But still, 1.9K. Do you realize how many Hogans that would buy? I don't know. Actually, I really don't know, DSP. 2? Quick to judge, quick to anger, slow to understand. Ignorance and prejudice and hate walk hand in hand. That's a beautiful poem. I think I missed a couple. Keemstar calling Keem a bad person was really the pot calling the kettle black. I guess that would be literally true. I understand what you're trying to say. This Keemstar guy, I hate him. Well, you know what, Keem? I'm not a fan of you either. DSP, I already read that one. Phil should be aware that every time he spurg out on a detractor, the dent pay up.
All right, guys, what's going on?
Yeah, it's true.
Looking at a ridiculous amount of video comments and proving a ridiculous amount, and of course deleting a ridiculous amount.
Damn it, my comment's
What
gone.
a shocker! that a bunch of people tried to leave hateful comments on my videos in the last 24 hours.
Harmful
wow,
comments?
I'm really shocked at that, right? Big deal. They're just so dunks. They keep trying to leave the hateful comments like they don't show up. Like, you wasted your time.
No, I didn't waste my
Why
time.
would you post
You
them?
saw them.
Obviously, they're not.
That's
going
what I
to
wanted.
lie.
I don't care if you're a weirdo.
They're just that stupid.
dork
They actually
fan base
waste
sees them.
time.
I
Someone
want
writing,
you to
like,
see it.
giant, monstrous essays. Why would you write that? No one will see it. No one.
You will.
You idiot.
You will.
Anyway.
That is the guy, BR Joe. I'm
Hope
watching
you're ready
his
for chill
stream.
fun tonight. I hope you're ready for some Like a Dragon.
Hold on, I have to clear my throat. Watch this, DSP.
Ooh, I want to make sure everything is open here. It's hot in here today. The reason being, we had 2 very warm days here in Washington that were in like the mid-60s outside.
Good math, Adam.
Which isn't by any means hot, but you got to remember that number
It's
one,
a
there's
good
no air
witch hunt.
conditioning.
Sounds
here.
like a good
I
song.
don't have anything installed. It's March, and number 2, when it is sunny outside, like
Do you need
it's been
some
the
water,
past couple of
DSP?
days,
You're already smacking your
this
lips. It's
office
already
heats up
pissing me
about
off.
20 degrees in the afternoon. So
Opening
even though it's like
dramatic
60,
intro.
65 outside, it's like 80, 85 in here. So now it's finally cooling down. What I need to, I'm just going to see if my fan is on high and if the window is all the way
There are 3
open,
classes of
and
people.
the blinds are all open.
Those who see when they are shown, and those who do not see.
Yeah.
Good words, Ninja Turtle dude. I will say that writing a huge paragraph is kind of meaningless to Phil because he'll only get 1 sentence in and be done with you. But, it's your time. You write whatever you want. Maybe your paragraph will get through to DSP, in which case you're a hero. But are you okay over there, DSP? Oh, we already have a new clone. I don't have the clone counter on this layout. I hope you enjoy it, Lewis.
Oh, good evening, good evening. Dark Goldbox says, how's your night going? Happy to be back to chill. Yes, I hear you.
Yeah,
back to
60
chill,
degrees
back to
is
normal
chill,
stuff.
Dustin. How about
Nothing
that?
crazy. Everything back to the same, usual routines. Although I can't
Same
believe
usual
tomorrow
begging.
night I get to sit in here and finish up all my tax shit, which I'm just so excited. Let me tell you, it's going to be just oodles of fun.
Is that what the
Going through
paper's
all of,
for?
my tax stuff and shit.
Does he look uncomfortable? I guess. He always looks uncomfortable.
Seriously, so
but
it's super exciting. But
particularly
outside of that,
so today, maybe.
everything else this week will be normal. So tonight it's 2 hours of Like a Dragon Ishin.
There are
Tomorrow,
none so
we are
blind as
doing,
those who will not see. That's good.
Whatchamacallit. Tomorrow
good.
we are doing Level 1 podcast and Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
I've liked what I've
No
watched,
late
Lewis.
stream tomorrow. Then Monday it's Wolong and Oblivion. Tuesday it's, yes, Wolong and Like a Dragon. And then Wednesday's up in the air because if we've already beaten Wolong, I'll probably start with Metroid Prime Remaster. If not, we're finishing Wolong. Like, the whole goal here is to already finish Hogwarts, now finish up Wolong, so that when we get into next week, we're basically balancing Resident Evil 4 Remake and, Metroid Prime.
37 is snowing
right?
here.
It makes a lot of sense to do it that
Phil
way.
now 29. Be 24 later than
There you go.
Well, this isn't a
I'm glad you
competition,
love
and
this
if it
shit. I
was,
do too,
DSP's
man.
winning.
It's relaxing, right? There's some stuff that's
Yeah, it's
a little
really
bit
cold where I'm at, too.
tense in the game. Some of the boss fights.
DSP
and stuff, for the
whines
most
when
part,
it's
pretty
70
fun playing
degrees.
through it. Again, we're in no rush in this place.
And the reason
We're in
why
no
he's
rush
always
at
so
all.
weirdly
It's a
intemperate is
late
because he
night chill
doesn't
stream
shower.
fun, and lots of interaction, lots of relaxing, good stuff. How was dinner? It was pretty good, Dark Galbach. We had our homemade gumbo, which is shrimp. With,
He's got those
chicken
pea pads,
and
does he,
Dewey-style
Wesley?
Sausage. So it tastes kind of like almost like a Cajun sausage with
Cajun
chopped up
sausage,
red
you
peppers,
say?
cooked red peppers.
That sounds erotic,
and
DSP.
a
Oh, I gotta turn
really
off my
white
shock
rice.
music.
It's a combination of ingredients. It's a nice sauce with over white rice.
Check out Shock
Pretty
Music
darn good.
on YouTube. He's a really cool dude. He makes Armored Core
Dave
music.
says, can I update slides on the pre-roll? They're outdated.
He
like what?
thinks Phil
Can
is
you name
playing
some
a
slides that are
character.
outdated,
Sad
Dave?
to
Please
say
let me
he's
know which
not.
ones you
He's
feel
like
are
this
outdated.
always.
and will
I
change
want to
them.
believe that DSP is
Specifically,
playing a
right now, I
character.
will change them for you.
And that someday he's going to come in and reveal that he was an actor
Guts
all
says, I
along.
actually just started playing Metroid Prime Remastered.
That'd be
It
cool.
looks good so far after finding the first save point. It's not a long game, but visuals look awesome.
Same
I'm trying
here.
to remember how long
Same
it
here,
was when I
Roach
played
Bait.
it many years ago. I can't really remember.
It's going to be ultra hot here, and I hate it.
Hobo X says, apparently someone banned me from your React channel. I guess I'll email you. Email me, and I'll
Yeah,
take a
email
look at it.
this.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, it's a mess over there because that channel is not like this channel. This channel is under control because it's been around for a long time. We've been now live streaming on this channel for almost 2 whole
The
years.
clones,
All
we...
the trolls and everyone are kind of weeded out at this point. Every once in a while, you get a newcomer idiot who gets banned within a minute because they're stupid. But
How
for
was
the
I
most
stupid by asking about
part,
save scumming? How's that stupid?
It's much cleaner over there. That's a brand new channel. I didn't regularly stream over there at all.
I thought he couldn't afford
literally,
Metroid Prime.
the floodgates
I guess
are
he
open.
found
Every
some
time I
money in the
stream over
couch
there, there's
cushions.
Tons more idiots. So I take care of it as much as I can.
Yeah, his memberships have
There's
dropped.
not-
You're
It's
right.
going to be bad over there. And so you're going to have situations where there's a lot of idiotic stuff going on, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people get caught in the crossfire, all right? Members' goal is messed up. You're absolutely right.
Do you
accidentally
really feel
deleted
bad for them?
that. We're trying to hit 370 members tonight. It would be great if we could. I think we got 2 new members earlier today. We were at like 365 when we started. So it'd be great if you would support the channel tonight in any way, whether it's liking the stream, you know, interacting with me, which helps. You know, a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip, anything helps. So thanks in advance to anyone who contributes.
Keemstar, I don't know if he's real about this or not, but DSP doesn't like anybody. He doesn't even really like Cat, I think. So there's not really going to be anything Keem could do to change DSP's opinion.
I never replayed the Beyond
DSP hates his own parents
Heavy Rain, I did go back
for not getting him action figures. So I think it's something you should let go.
Yeah, Sid Alchemist, I said that. I hope people realize Keemstar retracted his message quickly to make it look like he
No problem, Aramis, but don't apologize for that.
Oh, he got banned, and I looked.
That's something DSP's fans do.
I don't even know
show up whenever the hell you want.
But I don't care about that guy. We're not here to talk about him at all. I don't give two craps.
Speaking of that, we got 55 viewers in here.
Zero involvement with that man.
The incredibly cool little Shadow
Hi, Phil. Hope you have a good weekend. Thank you,
has
Mark. I hope that you have a good weekend likewise.
given me a code to put in chat. Let me make sure I get the instructions right. I don't want to do something wrong and stupid again, as I want to do.
Over on DSP Reacts, it went pretty well. Again, it seems like every week it's 50-50. Like half the videos are kind of interesting, and half are actually pretty like duds. And I think what it is the show's so early. It's only a month we've been doing the show, right? It takes a long time.
I'm gonna put it on screen.
Piece of content like that to really work out what's going to work and what's not going to work. I feel, because for example, you know, some things that I never thought would be interesting have been interesting. Remember the bike delivery videos? Those are fascinating to me, seriously. And there was a video today about learning about YouTube video compression and why certain videos look like shit. I was like, that was pretty interesting. There's other stuff that you think would work, right? And it doesn't. Like bloopers, on-stage bloopers.
Okay, I'm just gonna deactivate it visually and put in the code. And I
context,
believe this is a
you're not
Steam
a
code.
fan, like, oh, well, that doesn't work. You know? So, excuse me.
Nice, DSP.
So that being said,
and this is for the video game that is called This War of Mine.
Yeah.
So
by
enjoy.
The way, I'm just gonna start
whoever can get it in first.
Bringing up drama tonight.
Oh, banned.
Yeah, here we go. Here's one right here. Goodbye, Dave Baxter. Like, we're not doing drama.
Dave Baxter's been around for a while, poor guy.
Last night.
Oh, no.
I explained everything. I said, I've had it. There's no more. There's no more continuing drama on my channels. If you want to continue the drama, you have to leave my channels and go somewhere else. Literally, anyone bringing it up is gone. I just don't care. I just really don't care.
All right.
Not a host for anyone. Literally, anyone who
Here
wants
you guys
to
go.
you're
Oh,
get
that's
out.
a little too big. I gotta
not
shrink
putting
that
up with your
down.
Nonsense. This is time for a nice, chill, late-night gameplay stream. It's not time for your drama bullshit. You can get out of here.
And here it is. It's going to be at the bottom. Hopefully
That's
that you can all
those
see it.
people want. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go.
All those people want to suck me into their
Oh, shit, that looks
drama,
bad.
and I'm just not going to be involved in
There you go.
I'm not going to be involved in any of their crap. I've had enough. Crasco, I appreciate a ginormous super chat you just did.
He did a
Can I
mini
be
Q&A
mod?
during
I'll
the
do a good
reacts.
job and
Yeah,
have a good
it was
stream.
kind of embarrassing.
Typically, people don't.
Can
do
I be a
that to
mod?
I'm just saying. Typically, if you want
$80 to be a mod. I think you should
hey, when
probably
mod me, I
use
was
your
like a
money
giant super chat.
somewhere
In fact, it kind of looks a
else.
little disingenuous. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
Like
that does
to
look
get
bad.
A position of power. It's probably not a good look. You know what I'm saying? So I would say no.
Lewis, he's been
No,
trying to lock down
That
everything
doesn't
for a
sound
while.
like a good idea.
Boiling his own skin.
I don't think so. I appreciate the super chat though, and I appreciate your chutzpah, right? I appreciate that you want to help, but paying to do it
I
is
strongly
probably the
believe
worst
that
idea
Cat is a
possible.
very bad gold digger. Not once in all this madness has her
In
opinion
fact,
or side
I don't think there's been a
been
single
shown.
person who
I
solely on
wonder
the
if
fact
she
that
even
they
has an
paid
opinion,
ever
Little
became a
Shadow.
moderator
But you're
who
right.
my
I do
content
think
over the
so.
years. There's been some people
He's
who
gotta
were
be getting something
regulars
out of this.
and were here all the time, being a positive influence, and then they asked, and then they
Yes,
considered.
whoever
It wasn't ever
redeems
because
it,
of a level of
post a
contribution or
thank you
anything
to
like
Little
that.
Shadow. He's the greatest.
So Crasco, that is a huge.
You're all the
super chat, and
greatest.
I, really
I
appreciate
love
it.
all of you.
But
But
no,
in
I'm
this
not gonna
particular
moderate
moment,
it.
he's the greatest,
It's not
okay?
gonna happen.
That is a code for this war
What are you
of
saying?
mine.
Are you, oh, he's a Wings mod? I didn't even know that. Crasco is a Wings mod. I had no clue.
Well, thank you, Nuclear Detractor. That is very kind of you.
What do you guys think about? Apparently, people
forever.
saying that Wings says he wants to punch me in the face because I cost him $50,000. That's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if
real
it's true or
funny.
not. I have no idea. A few people are trying to say that to cause drama, and I'm like, that's hilarious shit. Even if it's
You're
true, it's
welcome,
still hilarious shit.
Tis Stupid.
I think it's funny as hell.
Enjoy. I like your name. Tis Stupid. It's good.
I wonder if he said it in a serious manner or if he was just like joking.
Whenever I
or not,
read
you know.
people's usernames, I try and think of
I
what
just
super
find it hilarious
obscure
because,
reference
like,
it is.
Because
Because I assume everyone operates on the same
I don't give two shits. You know?
weird
If you
rules
say
that I
it in a
have on
serious,
names.
I mean, think about that statement. So, someone only wanted to do something if it involved all three people. One person has absolutely no desire to do it, nor never wanted to, right? Because they said no, I don't want to do it. And now you're mad
It's
at me,
not
like, because I
about
made
the
an
money,
decision
Lackey
for
Bracky.
myself. Like, what
It's
are you talking
about the message.
I get the feeling he's messing around. He's probably upset he didn't get the money, but I don't think he's gonna hold.
You think the gout is burning out?
That's
a good
It's not
that's a
my,
good
the
limerick.
project wasn't even my idea. I
Yes.
wasn't even involved.
It's starting to burn his ass.
You know, the project was designed with none of my involvement. Anyway.
I'm eating my popcorn with a fork so my hand doesn't get
All right,
greasy.
you guys ready? I think
That
we
is a
should get
good
started.
tip.
Here we go.
Phil thinks his big mouth can talk himself out of a
Show
fight with
on
a
the road.
400-pound man and look like the champ. Yeah. I think if Wings really wanted to, he'd smack him around.
So, you know, it should be actively. I'm feeling it starting to course in me. I think it's going to kick in, but not 100%. As you can see, I just yawned. So.
Sometimes names just rhyme. That's true.
I told you, whenever I eat dinner now, because dinner is by far my biggest meal of the day. I have a very small breakfast with a coffee in the morning. Today I had
King
a
of Fighters
strudel.
15. I wish I was good
And
at King of Fighters. I'm
dinner's usually a
so
large
bad at
meal,
King of Fighters.
And then at night I might have like a quick sandwich.
I've played
or a
over like
snack.
60 hours of that game and I still have no
That's kinda
understanding
my
what I'm
meal
doing.
schedule. So whenever I eat dinner, I always get tired now.
What's up with the
I do,
restraining
like, I
order
always- I get
Cat
it, I'm
has?
like,
Obviously, we
I get
don't know
the
much,
itis. I get it every
but
day,
from
like
what I
almost
could
every-
tell,
okay,
Cat
almost
was the
every-
worst
not
person.
exactly every day, but almost every day I get the itis now. I think it's because I'm getting older.
I'm tempted to not look
It
into
never
it.
really happened until I got older. Now that
But
I'm older, now it's hitting me like every day. I'm like, oh man, I wish I was sleeping.
I would think that it was probably a mutual thing. Because she's a weirdo and she's psycho, and he's apparently abusive for making her watch movies.
What's going on? All right, guys.
I guess it depends on the movie. Some movies
All
I
right.
would find abusive
We're
if I
gonna
had to watch
start.
them.
I'm just gonna say this up front because we're about to begin. All right.
It was,
time
Steve.
for gameplay.
In
time
the
for
morning,
chill.
it was.
All right. And I said it last night. I said my piece. There's
These
no drama
chopsticks.
tonight. We're not talking about all that nonsense from
That's
outside
pretty
the
good.
streams. We're just gonna chill today and have a good time tonight.
I'm
Fair
trying,
enough. Good time
Aramitz.
with the game.
I'm suck.
Have our usual interactive fun with.
I just sit there with
like
geese and
seconds.
spam Rapukins the whole
That
time
sounds
because
good.
I don't know what I'm
that sounds
doing.
good to you because that's what I'm used to. That's what I want. That's what we're not doing that ongoing nonsense anymore.
All right,
Okay?
then let's go on with this nonsense. Pet the dog.
Oh, that's right. I'm glad, dude. I'm so glad it popped up to remind us what the plot line was because I had forgotten. That's actually very nice.
Games
All right, let's
should all
resume
do that.
Our playthrough, everybody. Here we go.
3 saves in the same chapter. What were you saying
Alrighty,
about saves
everyone,
getting
good
away?
evening and
I don't
welcome
know,
to
but it was
Like a
probably
Dragon
something
Nation.
really
It has been
stupid because
quite
it
a
got me
bit.
banned.
My schedule this week got shuffled around a lot. So we were supposed to play this 2 nights ago, then 1 night ago, and now finally we're getting around to playing it. Hallelujah! Because I really like the game. We're actually at a very exciting point. We're gonna find out, or at
The
least
last 48
investigate
hours have been something of
who
the vortex.
is
It's been wild.
this
I've been having to
person
brief my friends and family
impersonating
on DSP,
Like
the
we
people
know
I haven't
Ryoma
told about.
is now
And
using a different name. Correct?
They act like
But now
I've
he
got
shows up and, oh, someone's named Ryoma
touched
here
by God or
impersonating who
something.
you
I'm
used to.
speaking
It's
with
like,
all
what?
this madness
So who
and
is this person
insanity.
and what is the purpose
It's a
of them
Bloodborne simulator. I have eyes on the inside. I need to tell you all about it.
impersonating you. That's what we're trying to figure out, right?
How
There you
long
go.
till Phil starts falling asleep?
All right.
First long
Ryoma
cutscene.
is
I think that's a
Batman.
pretty good
Jane
guess.
is wondering when will Jasper be here next. Well,
Left Bear was looking for.
actually, my wife works
for
quite
a
a bit
lawyer
starting
and
Monday. I think she
probably-
works several days in a row.
What for?
And that's the
What
reason
does
why we have
Meth
to
Bear
change our
need?
schedule this week that our day off is Thursday. So he'll probably be here multiple days.
That
this
restraining
week,
order
like
was BS to
daytime
play
streams.
victim.
He probably
Yeah,
is.
what if
They're-
we
they're
don't
all
find
Wolong
it?
streams.
What if it's not
So it's
found?
not like he could chill. It's
DSP
like,
could
hey,
say,
nah, Jasper, I
well,
gotta
there's a
play the game."
non-disclosure
Right?
agreement with
It's
it.
gonna be tense.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, we're at the consulate. Here we go.
Geese's theme rules. I hated the way Dave talked about the boxing match. He got so mad that other people are making money. And stop pretending like you care about people, DSP. You don't care about anybody's health.
say,
Oh, these
no.
fat people could die. People could have died during daylight savings time, and you made that all about yourself. Whatever. Oh, there, his schedule got shuffled around. He got so offended when side-scrollers didn't play Mario Kart on Friday when it was on their schedule. You know what? I think if we brought that up with DSP would change his mind. I mean, a reasonable person would, and he said he's reasonable.
They look like, definitely like mid-era PS4 graphics to me.
Maybe Cat got brain damage from the hair tricks, technically. You don't understand, I was abused. He made me do music videos for hours. Oh, that's handy, Nuclear Detractor.
They're walking so slow.
Because they're patient and they're chill.
Put some pep in your step, for God's sake.
It's a chill stream, DSP. They're chilling. Look at them. Cruising. We're stuck in first gear, and that's just fine.
This totally isn't a setup. Look at all these guys who show up.
This is meaningful content. Look, there's dudes.
Look, did you see the guys? Guys, do you see there's like multiple dudes? Yes. You see it. Does DSP know restraining orders would be open to the public? I know there are a few that are not, but they are very uncommon. But usually, yes, 90% of the time they are public because they want them to be public. But for very specific, weird situations, they're not. And DSP is going to sit here and try and claim that it's one of those. Which no, it has to be something really bizarre, like you've pissed off Scientology or something, you know. He did it first by canceling his gameplay after the interview to do his podcast tonight. Yeah, exactly. DSP, you don't understand. You were setting a trend right there. You're a trailblazer, dude. They saw you not doing what you were scheduled to do, and they thought, hey, you know what? We should do the same. Old DSP lore, he used to have an automatic board. He disabled it because people sent large tips overnight, and he got found. Yes. Yes. And people started commenting on it, and they got banned.
Okay. Is it gun style? Oh shit, car gun style is pretty bad when I'm surrounded by these guys right now.
What the hell is that? Speaking of Repukins, Dark Dave's mirror was taken down, so I heard about that. It's a real bummer. One of DSP's complaints about Wo Long was uninspired, but this here Samurai game is very inspired. Yeah, this game is very unique. If you ever played Yakuza or Way of the Samurai, kind of plays like those games, but not really. I want another Way of the Samurai game so badly. What the hell?
He shoots a little extra now because of that new ability that I got. It adds more bullets to the spin.
Phil will try endlessly to convince you that the reason why his stream is in the Stone Age is because daily builds leave nothing for improvements. The real reason is simple, like his brain, he's lazy. I brought this up one time, Wesley, that one of the jobs I used to work at, it was a government job, and I don't really want to tell which job it was because it might make a lot of people depressed. And their computer systems had not been updated since the early 60s. So you were using computers that looked like the Fallout computers. Unironically, I kid you not. And every single person would ask when they first got hired, why don't you update your computers? And they would respond with, it's been so long, and we've made so many patches and weird interconnections with this 60 software that we can't upgrade. And that's DSP's thing. He can't update to a new computer. It's too late. He's so behind that he can't. I wish they would have seen your jailbait comment because he kept trying to paint like he never... They did mention, Steph, they did mention the jailbait comment in the after interview. So I'm happy that they at least saw that. Could you scroll up a bit and answer Stacking's question? Sure, I got it. Did I miss it? Stacking. Do you restream often? Need to find a new restreamer to watch. I think Dark Dave's mirror got banned or something. I do. I'm working on my schedule. I usually don't stream on Sundays or Mondays because
this is my day off that I spend with my family.
That's good.
And unfortunately, Thursday seems to be a day that I'm not going to be able to stream that much because they changed my hours at work. But usually every day that's not those days.
How rude, I hate you.
And, let's see. I thought it was supposed to be all chill and fun down on level 1, Phil. Yeah, chill as hell. Hey, that actually works. Chill as hell, because in Dante's Inferno. Hell is super cold at the bottom. Hey. One of DSP's. Read that one. Being late every day is very professional. Yeah, rolling out of bed, showing up whenever I want. Dude, I'm my own boss. I'm really hoping for another tax emergency stream, not gonna lie. I do too. God, how could he even do it? He'd have to hold up the paper again. Is he playing on easy? He says he's playing on normal. F for DDM, man. Len, how was mine? My dinner was alright. I just had a snack from the gas station.
I was gonna act like he doesn't know. Wow.
It was tasty.
I'd like another Tenchu. Hell yeah, offline. You're already my new best friend. For the next 40 seconds. Tenchu was the shit, man.
Yeah, alright, let's do it.
Big ups, Len.
I won't even say
This
it.
game is way worse than Wolong or whatever that game is. Yeah. I mean, I want to play this game, but I'm not even going to pretend like it's the same quality as Wolong. Wolong was too short for me. That's my only criticism about
Why does
Wolong.
that glossary pop up in the middle of dialogue?
DDM was a huge bummer, but now we got so many restreamers, so it's not as bad as it could have been.
What?
Well, thank you. Huh?
I had no clue. If you press this during dialogue, it gives you additional information on what they're talking about if you don't understand the context.
Chip, what is
I've
this?
never seen anything like that.
I'll admit
Right?
that's a cool feature, but what's this button mean?
Right?
No one could have told me
So
what that
a
means.
domain located in the south of Kyushu.
Good.
The
I
area is
like
part of the
DDM
current
because of the
day
chatters and
Kagoshima
sound effects.
prefecture,
It was my hanging
right?
spot. I do have a soundboard, but I try not to use it too much because I feel like it's a
I
crux.
didn't know
Or
that.
a crutch.
That's interesting.
Crutch.
Every time it pops
I do
up, should
have
press
plenty
it,
of
see what it
clips,
says now.
so like this one.
Please give me
I
some
got
money.
my answer
I
immediately
was
when
born
asked the
without a
question.
butt.
Oh.
How's it going, Hate Army? It is a bummer that DDM is gone. I liked it. I watched a couple streams on there, but it's kind of like I can't really watch it without a restreamer filter. Because raw fill it's heavy stuff, man.
Oh,
You
really?
need to cut fill with some water, you know?
Hold on. Geek Generalist says, there's an option in settings that will highlight the words that can be found under glossary. Oh, so it'll actually like glow as well. Interesting.
Wow. This game's super interactive. It might be a little bit delay on my end. He had a moment where he set the game to easy. Yeah, I saw that. Because he was hammering that X button. Or A button, whichever. Why would a weeb game need a feature like that? As much of a weeb as I am, I really don't understand a lot of Japanese history at all. So, I think I would need it.
So basically it was completely worthless. Right? A worthless meeting. Well, gotta go take a shit. See you later, man. Get out of here.
That's some good commentary, DSP. That's what I come
Everyone's
for.
time.
That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer.
It seems like DDM and raw DSP merch. It's like the fusion dance.
Remember the blonde guy from Dead Souls? I remember his face because wasn't he from the early Yakuza games? But I don't think I actually played the original Guts, so I don't think that I know who he is. I think it was one
I
of the
do like
villains
that
from
you're
the
commenting
original
over the
Yakuza,
stream.
right?
DDM can get quite annoying with all the
That was no
soundboard
use.
DSP
Back to
spamming
the
over
barracks
there.
right now. That was
Yeah, and
complete
that's
waste
part of it. I
time
don't...
now.
Because I have a bunch
Day
of
tonight.
clips, and it kind of removes their impact if you play them a lot.
Yamazaki. The spy. That guy just disappeared. Did you see that? He just vanished from the game.
Poop is the unifier, man. Everyone poops. I read the book. DSP read the book. He's a heavy reader, you see. History is boring anyway. Sushi, pocky, anime, that's all you know.
And swords, types of swords. So this is a wacky zashi.
A super secret.
Those hats always seemed really odd to me. But I don't know why. They're perfectly fine.
Zero as a kid, this guy.
But when they're
Blonde
tied in
guy.
front of their
And
nose
then
like an
also
anime,
General
it's
says he
really
had a
weird to me
machine gun
too.
for a hand in Dead Souls. I don't remember that. Kondo Izami, the head of the Tenenrichi school, which means I'll have to know.
That guy back there is having a good time. He's having his own restream back there.
For all right. So he's finally gonna meet Kendo, who's been trying.
I think I have one katana, and it's what I spent my first ever paycheck on, which I feel is really appropriate. Your first paycheck is always spent on the dumbest thing you can think of.
What in the hell is that? I don't know what that is.
I just linked my bank to my PayPal so I can tip instead in the future when my balance is approved.
Well, Genova
Oh
Project,
my god.
Thank you for the super chat, and thank you saying that he's going to be supporting in the future.
That's really lame, Genova.
Stuff goes through. I appreciate that. Nice of you. He loves my dark
Sometimes people would spam them over and the gold dust and you couldn't hear DSPs. But yes.
Year, right? Like they've been doing
It's
they said that the one last year was the end of that.
A thing that needs some balance.
So now we have to kind of wait for another one, right? Which kind of sucks. I would like having them annually.
Yes,
Did you
Steph.
stop there?
That interview was perfect. That way. That guy's just sitting there getting shot.
Didn't fire. I don't understand.
I'm sure this is part of his strategy.
There's something with that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know what it is. See? Nothing. Why didn't it work? It's confusing.
Hold on, I got a clip for that actually. Where is it? It's the guy.
What?
Poor Ocelot. He just wanted to shoot you with his gun. And you cut his hand off.
Shot in the middle of the street, and no one stopped him. Okay, so that was Genova Project with that super chat. And yeah, some people are here and they're like, I don't. This is funny.
Is that the
People
Wings
are coming
mod?
on
Yes,
the street, they're
BR Joe.
like, I don't get it. It's so calm here.
Someone
tonight.
confirmed
Everything's
it in his
yeah,
chat,
it's
too.
normal. This is a normal night here. This is how it always is. There's no bullshit, right? We have a good time together, just relaxing. There's no reason to be freaked out about anything.
Oh my god!
Good.
He
Back-
tried to
I
use
got
that
myself
sword! What
in and out
an
of the
idiot!
bullshit. We're out of the bullshit now. Come out of the other
DSP.
end. I mean, it was kind of going through a rhinoceros's digestive tract, so I came out like face first out of the rhinoceros's butt. But I'm out of the butt.
More scat stuff.
So
I
now
like
we
it,
can just
DSP.
chill, right? We can have a
I
good
feel a
time
sense
together.
of familiarity when I hear the poop stuff. Feels good, man.
We're all good now.
I bought Polybridge a couple of hours
Alright.
ago. It's a fun game. I thought that was the magic card when I first read it. That's cool.
Okay. It's like that scene in Ace Ventura, was it, When Nature Calls, where...
Yes, DSP, we've all seen it.
Inside of a fake... Is it a fake rhino? And he comes out of its ass?
Yes.
The rhino's giving birth to a human? It's pretty disgusting, actually.
I don't understand. Yeah, just keep... You don't need to understand why
What's
you're
up,
killing a
Blastoise? How
dude.
you doing? Happy
Just
Saturday
put him
night to you as
down.
well. But isn't Saito-san, how goes? We're gonna have another mission here. What's up, Tyler?
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I thought he was calling this guy in the game
Just
Tyler.
ignore the nonsense.
Hey, how's it
Lock the
going,
door,
Tyler?
ignore the
I
nonsense,
like your
move on.
weird
That's
tank
life,
top
man. That's what I
with
do,
the
right?
crosshatch in the back.
The rhino did look fake in the movie, whether it was real or not.
It was a fake
It's
rhino.
funny, I
dude.
just remembered that part of the movie. Out of nowhere, I was saying that, and I was like, what was something
Derek
that happened
working
that was
in the corner?
disgusting, that was huge and oversized and passed through a digestive
Derek
tract?
should
Oh, yeah,
become
Ace
like a
Ventura,
hoe.
When Nature
He should just start being on the
I
corner.
don't know.
Yeah,
how that
baby.
happened.
I'll harass you on
All right,
Twitter
so
all
on
night
to
long.
Kuyo Kabo, right? The lazy career.
What's
Lazy.
that, baby?
That
You want to
hurts.
be
Oh,
annoyed
Stein
on
said
Twitter?
he's
I
worked.
gotcha.
We did the job for him. Remember, we jogged. Hunt's
I
worst
bought an
was the angle on
1860
your bro.
cavalry saber
Saying
with page.
slow.
That's awesome,
So you're
Dustin.
back from down the road. I
Has
raced
Phil
with
ever
Jack,
read a
and you
book?
got to
If
give
so,
him
what was
five.
the last book
That's
he
a
read
little
and how
dirty.
long ago was it?
Joking
My bet
aside,
is
let's
Catcher in the
talk
Rye.
about the cinema
He
jokes
did
on.
state that
Weekend.
he read, what was it?
Oh, someone's yelling at him.
It was along
This is
those
fellow
lines.
careers.
Hold on, just give me a second. I gotta think of it.
No wonder your little outfit is on its last legs when all they have to stand on are feet like yours. The Black Panther
I
Courier.
want to say
What did you
To
call
Kill
it?
a Mockingbird, but that seems a little too advanced for him. So but yeah, it's around those required readings. This dude, he's too busy to read. What the hell's wrong with you?
They were dressed the same, so I actually thought they were from the same company.
Now I do read. I like this really good magazine periodical. It's called
I'm
Highlights.
making a show of outrunning the competition in public to drive down our
I love
reputation.
detractor subphrases. Has become toxic.
Careers live and die by the
We've got
most
some
respect,
interesting
delivery,
phrases over
because
here.
customer service
We
is
have a
as
whole
good as
meme
good as
about
dead.
clones here.
That's how they very
Because
well
the
cover
clones
group.
explain why
What do you
DSP
say,
is so
Joe?
odd
How
in
would
so
you all
many
do
unique
that?
ways.
Or why would you all do that?
Like why he
Stupid
keeps
question.
calling
The goal
himself
of
we.
ambush- I can't speak tonight. The goal of any business is to crush the competition. Surely you know that much.
DSP doesn't
Besides,
know that
customers
much.
have a right to the fastest deliveries. If you're 2 weekends slow, to hell with you. For too long,
Yes, he
producers
did say he read Game of
have
Thrones. I forgot.
shown what's possible with powerful
The Song of
tools.
Fire and Ice, he said he hated the fourth book. It's probably because he
And all the other
read the
outlets
Cliff
cry
Notes
about
version and got
enterprise
confused.
doing business with heart and integrity. Meaningless concepts, spoken by losers. The Black Panther couriers will drive them all into the ground. Kyo is our city.
I don't think Derek's parents would approve
You
of him
guys
bringing
suck.
clients home. Dude, he could take
My
them.
name is Inamoto.
They can
I'm
bring
the
him
Black
to
Panther
their
Courier's
place.
Playmaker.
Feels pretty good, huh?
Makino, the Black Panther Courier's leading man.
Yeah, he did mention
Kato's
Michael
name, the girls call him the
Crichton
Black
as well,
Panther
the
lady killer.
Jurassic Park
Oh,
dude,
he
right?
definitely looks like a lady killer to me, let me tell you that.
Yeah, I don't really imagine
Tyler,
DSP
I
did
hope
much
you
reading.
feel better.
Because the way
Alright,
he
I get what you're
talks, he
saying.
talks like someone who didn't read the
Sorry.
book.
I hope that you feel better. I'm sorry to hear this. Obviously, we don't know the circumstances, but I hope that you're feeling better, man, or you will feel better.
This clone can't speak. You're not a clone, dude. You're cool. None of you guys are clones. That's not the
Roscoe
joke.
says, not under the tip count, the bar that shows who has donated.
What?
Yeah?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Donated? Tips totally?
Huh?
What?
Crasco, I don't know what you're talking about.
Get banned.
Is there something wrong with the VAR? Did I screw it up? It looks fine to me, no?
This guy looks too cool to be a tertiary character. Like, his eyebrows are cool. He should be a main character.
Anyway. I'm the Black Panther Courier's raid captain, Hoshi. So, what are you all doing here? Is there a reason you stopped Kyukawa?
But the clone meme is that DSP, he talks in wheeze, he is always picking at himself, he's always oozing and slimy, and that's because he was in the clone tanks all day. And we pull these dudes out 10 minutes before we throw them in the seat. It also explains why DSP doesn't remember things, but he's right both now and before. Because that clone was right, and I'm right. We're both
Now
right.
suddenly people are talking about this new fastest courier in Kyo, and he's not with us.
He hated the
We
book
don't
because
take
it switched
time to
between
embarrass
characters,
like that.
which he said
You
was
insert
terrible
yourself
writing.
to our
Oh yeah,
business.
he can't understand shit
Yeah,
then.
right? No amateur letter runner
I would like to
messes
see
with standards.
DSP read A Tale of Two Cities.
How about we settle this right here and now?
He would die. Just fall apart.
Of course. We deliver letters head to head. That way we can prove the Black Panther couriers are the fastest. How about it?
Mhm.
Not interested.
That patient
We don't
tangent,
put every
and
resource we
also
have
he
towards
has
finding
such a
Kyukawa
limited
and
range of
doing what he
vocabulary
does.
words he does
Okay.
use.
Hey, that's not okay.
That's why you only ever hear
Don't you courier
toxic
want
and
jokes are?
negative
To
or
be honest, I
positive
don't have any of
engagement.
you guys
He
down
doesn't
there.
have any synonyms
Now
at
we're
all.
talking. Who's up? All right, so it sounds like we're going to be racing. Okay.
What's a
Great
synonym?
captain, Hoshi, I heard
Is that what you put on the roll and it's like a sugar?
Yeah.
10 letters wins. Oh boy.
Imagine if the Republic
All
of Star Wars used
10
for the clones.
letters
That
to
would
deliver. Out of nowhere too, because this is the story.
it would be awful. You'd have buildings blowing up as they were cloning them.
All right.
Man, you thought clones were inaccurate before.
B.
Holy crap. They're going to be dropping their rifles while they're firing? Dude, what? Dude, my gun doesn't work.
Okay.
Don't forget, correct? Phil should read Dune. Damn, I can't even get through Dune. I think DSP might die if he tried to read it.
4. Trying to go in like a circle and then
I'd rather be a
back.
clone than Roach Bait's theory that DSP is a sleeping elder god and that we're inside his dream. I would think he would do a better job of dreaming
Your
me.
project, will
I don't even
answer
have
the
a
question.
scorpion
Sadly,
tail.
I'm stuck in a race. I would like to answer that question. I was asking about my content in the future. I'd like to see what he specifically asked. But
Now he says meaningful a lot.
I
Yeah,
gotta
that too.
concentrate on this foot race right now. He said, "What do you plan to do content in the future? You close your channel down to download or favorite playthroughs."
The robust thing
If
is
I
one that I
close my
simultaneously
channel
love
down,
and wish I would
will
never
not
hear
be
again.
closing my channel down. Even if, let me put it this way,
Robust
even if I
Italian
were
interview.
to, for some reason in the future,
What? What's
which
this?
is not planned or anything.
Hold up, what's he saying?
But even if I were to decide to retire or something, I would not close my channel down. I would still leave it open. I mean, the residuals alone, at least making a little bit of residual income on views and you know ad revenue and stuff would definitely be worth it in the long run. I feel.
I think you better have a plan B. I don't think that's ever gonna work.
Specifically, why are you asking that? Why would you ask about
I couldn't get through
channel?
Train Spotting. That book was too awful for me to tolerate. I never read that one. Yeah, Dune was just so hard for me to get through. I don't even really know what it was about. I think it was just
All right.
like it felt too slow for me. Like I didn't feel like I was at the edge of my
What the
seat.
hell? I don't believe it, Son. You beat the raid captain. So he's better than we assumed. You went too easy on him,
DSP
Cody.
took so long to update his
Sorry.
computer that he has to get Windows
We'll let
11.
you go for now, but it's not
Yeah,
over. Next
if
time
he
we
can
do
even do
race. How
that,
much you want to bet
he
on
pretty much
PreRoll,
needs a new
right?
computer.
We have to race 3 more over the course of the game, probably. Seems like
He's
there's
writing
side
on his-
content this game is going to have, just like old Yakuza.
His writing on his
Yeah,
emails
he
was
was running
long-winded,
thing out
like
more
the way he
than
talks. It feels like how the Zodiac talked in letters. Yeah, and you can tell that's probably how he wrote essays in school. It would be a 3-page essay, and he would turn in 15 pages.
Me too, Vispy. Vispy says, looking forward to my Resident Evil 4 hard mode playthrough that starts this Friday.
Dave should read
Right,
Animal
channel.
Farm. It's a good analogy
Excited
for his
it.
life.
The game has gotten
is.
ridiculously good reviews, like over the top good reviews. So.
Absolutely is.
Oh, I see. Genova Project says, I'm just asking. I'm curious if YouTube deletes inactive channels if you retire.
I don't exactly
can
know how you're going to
confirm
retire,
you
DSP. You going to get Social
The reason I know
Security?
that
I don't
is
think
because I have
so.
archived channels that are fine. Like my original channel on YouTube was called Dark Side Phil, and that ran from 2008 until late 20 or mid 2010. It was about 2 years.
DSP, you should have joined the military.
But
Because
then
you're
they
super
got
smart. You
some
probably
plus
would have
copyright
solved every
strikes, so
war.
rather than deal with that, I made
Come
a new
on.
channel, this one, and this one I've used now for the past 13 years. But that channel, Dark Side Phil, still exists. You can still watch all the videos on it and all the old playthroughs as an archive. So they don't, as of now at least.
It's not only, I think,
they
the
don't
pigs
delete
taking
it. Will
control,
they
but
eventually?
I
Maybe
remember
they
a
will.
central
Maybe at
component
one
in
point,
Animal
YouTube will realize
Animal Farm
that
being
they
the
need to
two
cut
legs
back
bad
on,
thing
like,
being
inactive
immediately
videos and
retconned.
Stop posting them.
And
I
that's
don't
what
know.
DSP does.
For now, they're
DSP
gonna
always
continue
goes
to
from
do so.
two legs bad to two legs good.
Okay.
Always.
Anyway, the Rio Te Kondo Izami is supposed to be in.
DSP new job, Gen Taste. I think he would love it. Why not? I think he really should be a game reviewer, like a
Why, there's
a
another interesting
QA
question.
tester.
Did you decide what console
He'd be great.
you're going to play Resident Evil 4 remake on?
He's gonna leave the
Well,
channels up like corpses. For
Let me put it this way. I've heard conflicting information.
That's bad.
Someone has told me the best version will be on PS5 because this game will have unique.
It's just this
feedback
rotting
from
carcass on YouTube.
And someone else told me, actually, no, that's not true. The best graphics are on Xbox Series X. Have been
I
proven.
really
They've
like
been
Doom's
tested,
plot
and
and a lot of
Xbox Series
themes,
X
but
is
it
the
could have
best
used
one.
some
So
more
kinda
liberal
like,
editing.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know. Originally, I was
kinda
going to get
agree.
it on PS5, but if Xbox Series X has better graphics, then I'm going to get it on there. So I don't know yet.
Animal
I guess we'll need
Farm?
to have more information. I don't
Is
know.
this some sort of negative detractor meme about my wife?
What the hell is this?
Just playing around, dude. Sensei appears to be easily confused.
This is the guy. This is the guy we've been waiting to find the whole game.
It's the guy. I'm watching him harass women. It's Derek! Derek cameoed. Nice.
Wow.
Hot, 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 DSP. DSP, you got a joke for that? Come on, man. It's low-hanging fruit. Never mind. Any dents that wake up is...
Oh my god, it is, isn't it? It's a catchy from Yakuza Like a
Phil
Dragon.
could have single-handedly ended every war
Yeah, it is
with
him.
Brood or Brawn. See, he's really, really smart, and so he would have gotten all the other countries to surrender. 2 begs bad, 4 begs good.
Yeah, the more begs the better, really.
He's not a catchy in this. He's the Shinzugami cheat.
Any dents that wake up if boxing gets into the glue factory. Yes. That's exactly... Yeah, that's a good parallel, Dustin. That made me really sad. That was the saddest part of the book. Poor Boxer. He was a good boy. And Cobain, him being a QA tester would be so obnoxious because he would get in these long, protracted fights with the game
That's
developers
exactly right,
over the
Ronnie.
most
Ronnie says sounds
minute,
like
stupid
untrustworthy
shit.
Sources right now. Maybe just wait for Digital Foundry. I think pretty much it's what everyone does, right? Everyone just waits for Digital Foundry to put out their findings, and usually you judge off of that. So I don't think they've done anything yet. I haven't heard it. I want to get the best version, so I'm not beholden to either console. I'm cool with buying on either one at this point. So I guess we'll see what they say and go from there.
But what if they're detractors and you took them out of context? They could be saying the wrong thing, DSP. You can't trust that. You better buy both. Yeah, the bug thing, though. The DSP would come into this saying, dude, I died. It was some sort of game bug. And they would have to test it, and they would have to retest it multiple times to see if it actually happened. And then they would say, okay, it's not a bug. It must have just been some random thing that happened. It's not something that we can get to replicate. And then he would die again. Dude, I'm telling you, it's still bugged. And it would drag shit out so long. I think some companies would start risking their financial stability if they had him as a QA tester. They'd eventually have to start ignoring him. Kat will just weekend at Bernie's Phil's corpse so she can collect those sweet YouTube checks. It might turn into that, because there are those stories about how people are left mummified in their own homes. My laptop's keyboard is loaded. I'm sorry to hear that. You should trade out for DSP's laptop. Lend help. I have DSP overload. Too much DSP content to watch. Hey, man. enjoy this. Enjoy this while you can, because we're going to have a DSP drought where he's ultra boring.
He knows that he's really real.
It's the pendulum,
So
you
does
see?
everyone. Everyone seems to know. What
was the intro song you were using, the Russian one?
Right?
It's called Kislatne DJ, and it means like toxic or slimy or acidic DJ, and I'm the Kislatne streamer, so that's why I use it. Frank Herbert wrote 1,000 Dune books afterwards. I think he just had a lot of desperate ideas that were realized very awkwardly. Yeah. Being a writer's hard because you want to say so much more. Because in a way you don't really trust readers. Any dents who wake up to break free should be welcome to the community. I agree, Adam. I absolutely agree. I have complete jubilee and amnesty towards any dent. Or lobotomite, as I call them. I like lobotomite better. It's.
I guess the real question is, how did everyone find out?
It's cartoonish. I like it.
About his undercover.
It's lobotomite.
He only wrote 5 more and they're fantastic. Ready's Katana. Oh shit.
We could have a sword duel right here in chat.
Not the kind you want, Derek. I would welcome former supporters.
What? He wants to move the capital city?
What? Can you do that?
What the heck?
You're gonna have to put a bunch of wheels under that. Make a really big wheelbarrow. But yeah, it is annoying when they go right back. It's kind of like the same thing with Low Tier God when his viewers leave and then eventually go crawling right back to him. Hey man, you want to do whatever you want to do, but the first time you come here, dude, I'll welcome you. After that, welcome yourself, man. Kingo gonna try to give him the benefit of the doubt, and then he went crawling back like an abuse. It's lame. It's sad. But you want to be able to do that so that the one person you do get through to, it makes them feel a little better. Because it's kind of like Cult Survivors.
It's based on a true story because before the capital of Japan was Kyoto, and then they moved it to Edo, which is Tokyo.
Yes.
So actually, this historically happened.
Yes.
Huh.
Even I know that, and I just said I don't really understand a lot of history. I understood that one. But it's kind of like Cult Survivors. A lot of Cult Survivors go underground after they leave cults because they don't want to be reminded of that shameful period in their life. So it's kind of something similar with them. If Kat was such a personality, why doesn't she come on the streams? The way he talks about her makes her seem like she's really into DSP culture. It's kind of a missed opportunity. I think that how it should work is Kat should be on the controller, and she's not saying anything. DSP's on commentary and chat moderation. However, he also has help from the bouncer that's standing right here. And he also leans in on people and bans people. Behooves. Yeah, he uses behooves. Len, you ever play Go? No, I have not played Go. I tried to read about it in a manga once, and I had no idea what was going on. Phil's favorite 5-cent words: adjourn, beholden, logical, extrapolate. I remember him saying that one a lot. Old World Blue for the win, or Fallout New Vegas. Dude, it was my favorite DLC in any of the Fallout games. Old World Blues was the best. DSP culture more than watching 15 minutes of a vid. And
Kyoto, currently named Kyoto, the city where the nation's emperors held residence for 11th century. It's interesting. I wish I had known about that glossary the whole game.
Phil
I
has
don't know why
lots
I
of
just
spare
saw it
wheels.
tonight randomly.
he does.
They've all fallen out of my head for some reason.
Yeah, the Super Bowl thing was really dumb. But the best part about the Super Bowl thing was him playing.
Was played by a different actor in the original game, right? Because what they did is they added in all the new Yakuza characters from like the last decade.
Yakuza.
Correct? A lot of people were saying that these characters that are in there weren't.
When he was playing the Tecmo Bowl, that speed run from clown mode to toxified on the game, that was pretty funny. So far, every single lolcow's reacted to DSP interview. Wings LTG? Oh shit, I gotta watch that. I love LTG's takes. They're so uniquely wrong. He finds ways to be wrong that I didn't think were possible.
Fens, absolutely. Absolutely, it's good to get back to normal tonight.
He's trying so hard to be entertaining, but he scrubs so much of his personality just so detractors. Yeah, that's to prevent the this is how you don't plays. Which is kind of weird. I actually liked older Phil more, despite him being edgy and horrible. Because at least you got more than, oh, did you see that? Oh, did you see that? Huh. Poop. Let's check tips. That's trash, man. Take care, Scott. That would be no different. Her channel, Chaos Realm, if you want a DSP level commentary about with a girl. I don't even really want necessarily Kat to say anything. Because I don't think she would really talk that much. Just have her play. DSP doesn't even like playing games. He likes commentating. And he has to use all of his brain to do both, and it shuts him down. So just sit there and comment all time, the whole time. And have your bouncer back here. That'd be cool. And we never see the bouncer's face. It's kind of like Sarah Bellum in Powerpuff Girls. You never see his face. He just leans in every once in a while. LTG said DSP should have worn a hat. I can't speak for the LTG clone lab, but from what I understand, their brain mapping system is way worse than DSP's for some reason. It's because there's aliens in there all the time, you know, god aliens with the BBCs. Just makes everything complicated.
You do a big favor for me, I'll do a big favor for you. There
If
you go.
Kim interviews former pay pigs, he should offer some money to interview Panda Lee. She'd probably do it. I really don't think it's a good idea to bring Panda Lee into this unless she wants to. And she knows about this. There's no way she doesn't know about this stuff. Tell you what, once she has some financial straits, then she can show up and she can get all the money she needs. Because if she wrote a book about DSP, I'd buy like 12 copies. Easy. Christmas gifts for everyone. After searching LTG, looks like he had his own side-scroller moment with Gideon. Yeah, I want to watch that interview. It's on my watch list. Any LTG streams are temporary, though. If you don't catch it the first time, it's going to the Shadow Realm, because I'm not about to get banned by that guy. Will Phil ever play a side-scrolling style of game? Yeah, he will, but someone in the chat's going to bring it up and he's going to get mad at them. Who would win, an army of LTG clones or an army of DSP clones? Shit. You know, I don't really know. You would think LTG, but LTG has a far more pronounced weakness. If you even damage his legs at all, he's like an ATSD. He falls right over and dies. Whereas DSP, while he's still pretty weak, at least he doesn't have as obvious a weakness. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the terrain. What if Keem would pay her like 50 grand? I mean, that's up to her. I still don't think it's a good idea to try and reach out to her.
That was a long cutscene. What was that, like 10
Because it's kind of like the cult
That was
survivor
way
thing.
long.
What if she's just really happy right now? What if she put all this behind and she doesn't want to be reminded of it? Because I'm sure living with this dude is traumatizing as shit. You know? Maybe it's like war survivors, you know? I left that life behind. I mean, Panda is an adult. Yeah, she can make her own choices. The LTG clones would definitely infight. Then again, I don't know. I don't know if that's true, Lackey Bracky, because LTG is the only black person he likes. So if he was there with a bunch of other LTGs, he'd be like, finally, some good black people to be around. Oh shit.
Interesting.
The name Kondo? Yeah, it's a detractor meme. Kondo? Keem will probably get bored with the content. There's too much lore for him. And You can't even really deep dive into DSP too quickly. You kind of have to submerge casually. I don't really think he has the patience for that. Or the time for it, really.
On under the kimono, huh? Yes, he does.
But, you know, it's up to him.
It was him.
I guess if there's anyone who's got time on his hands, it could be Keem.
That was pretty dumb. Why are they fighting?
Someone needs to Photoshop LCG over the ATST. It gets all wobbly legged.
Takeover, right? And then I'll do a favor for you. But now the whole thing just got thrown out the goddamn window.
Where's the clip?
What was the point of that?
That shit ain't skill!
That's what he's screaming to those Ewoks. That's true, Cobain. They could bond over their mutual hatred of black people.
Wait, so let me get this right, LTG. You hate black people too?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. You want to, like, hang out?
It was like super bright lightsaber in it. Oh,
Marvelous evasive maneuvers. Very cool.
There's a lot of health, man.
Yeah. It could be true. He could bore him right out.
It went into the special move. He blocked it, though. Nice follow-up stab. That wasn't bad.
As much as I want a DSP documentary on Netflix, I don't think it's going to be that successful. Because it takes a very particular person to be drawn into watching this weirdo. When DSP says that his detractors are nuts, on some level he's right. You kind of have to be a little uniquely gifted, I'm pointing to myself mostly, to have to keep following this weirdo.
He's interrupting everything I try to do now.
Because this guy is so goddamn lame.
He's literally interrupting everything. I can't do anything. Wow.
No, but you guys are all cool. I'm talking about me. Keem just needs to hire a few detractors. And also a couple of DSP's fans. He's got to get both sides of the story. Keem needs to go after bigger fish like H3H3 and Hassan, being DSP to us distractors. H3H3 is a weird individual.
Hit him with like nothing.
Damn, that was cool. It was like a Sekiha Tenkyoken. That was
There we
nice.
go. He's not even on the ground anymore, but now he is. That was weird. I'm back to the ground.
It's a game bug.
I wonder why Phil the other day just mentioned I should wait for a $50 dome, like all of the creators do. Stefan, he's made jokes like that before about LTG, and he thinks it's funny for some reason because it helps him look good. But he doesn't have anything against LTG. He said that it's him being desperate to try and, ironically, to make lolcow jokes. From what it sounds like, the documentary wouldn't be exclusively about DSP. It would probably be a single episode. Okay, that's probably a better idea.
Got him down about Half-Life. Now my eye just started burning badly. 672, what did you just do to get kicked by Night?
Piece of Peace talked about it. He showed DSP clips to normies, and they were like, why do you care about this guy? Of course he's going to ask for donations. That's what streamers do. Yeah, that's what a lot of my friends say.
Why do you put that many emotes? Oh my god. Anyway.
And I am enraptured by DSP because my schooling was in psychology, and I look at DSP, and by all psychology rules, DSP shouldn't exist. It's like an alien technology. How can you be this crazy, this much of a failure, and be this narcissistic?
To do like a dash and stab. There it is. Look at this. Zoop. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't know there was a quick time involved in it. I did get the stab though, but I didn't get like a bonus. Shit.
Bummer.
I could have got a big bonus.
Game didn't tell me, dude.
I was doing.
That's what I said to Ian. It's funny how DSP complained Craig only watched attractor videos. Like, okay, Phil, why didn't, if you were such a great guy, any of your fans send in videos? He keeps them on a tight leash. But yeah, you're right. Where the hell was Swaggins? Where the hell was King Goken? Where was Derek?
Okay. Oh my god, it's so fast, I didn't get it again. You gotta do a full twirl and Y.
This game's too hard, man.
It's pretty good
Uninstall.
move, but I need to be ready for it. I'm not ready for it. Uh-oh, quick time. Oh, over the head.
That's because introducing people to current DSP is like having someone read... Exactly, Captain Barnacles. I don't even know where to start with DSP.
Chop my nose off. Oh.
Like, part of me wants to start at modern Phil and treat old Phil like a prequel, but you can't do it like that. You have to start at the beginning, which is so exhausting. You know, you got episode 4 of the DSP story, and then you got the prologue trilogy, the King of Hate trilogy. I do like the glowing sword. That looks so cool.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Multiple
Holy
fireballs.
shit! 10 Kyokins. Watch out. This battle is cool though. DSP's making it look stupid.
All right, one more. Hopefully, I'll only use more than one more. We'll find out. Okay.
There are so many whales on the internet giving hundreds of thousands to streamers. It's disgusting. Even the big streamers will have massive whales. That's why my donations is open, because I want a billionaire to come in and start giving me money. I don't want people who works money,
Trying to do the roll
because
stab.
you guys should spend your money on yourselves.
Interrupted it. God damn, I gotta kill again.
But if someone with a yacht wants to come in and give me some money, hey, that's great. Are failed narcissists such a rare thing? They are not a rare thing. Let me put it that way. But usually the disparity isn't this great. Usually you can't be this much of a failure and be a narcissist. But no, you're right. They're not very rare.
Fucking fireballs in my face. You gotta be shitting me. You've gotta be shitting me. I'm at the end of the fight. And he does a 3 fireball combo I can't avoid and kills me. Wow. Wow. I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
I find LTG and DSP fascinating. They're both very alike but different at the same time. They really are. They have a ton of parallels to them. And their differences are quite striking. They're not even slight differences, they're huge differences. Like, DSP is wrong 200% of the time, even 300%. Not only is he wrong, but the foundation of his argument was wrong. So he's wrong on top of wrong. Whereas LTG has weirdly a higher ratio of being right. He has like a 5%. 5% of the time he's right about stuff. But the other 95% is the most batshit insane shit you've ever heard in your life. So it makes the 5% seem meaningless.
They're probably like working against normal enemies, but how often are you fighting normal enemies so long to all these abilities?
He'll talk about his alien BBC 1 minute, then talk about how certain social systems are hurtful to people, and then go right back to talking about alien BBCs. It's like, what is your problem, man? How can you have that much weirdness to you? DSP can't save money. I don't know what you're talking about, Kobe. He can't save money. He has to spend it right away, or else.
God damn it.
Or else, yeah. It's a Gundam was my DSP introduction. My DSP introduction was LTG, actually. And the Salt videos. The first streamer I really watched was Tevin, though. We all know where Derek was at. Yeah, harassing porn stars all day.
Fucking triple fireball bullshit, man. Look how much health it took. Dude, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And that's something you were talking about from the outside looking in. DSP doesn't look too abnormal, at least when it comes to the financial situation. And that's why you have to brief him on so much. No, this dude spent all this money on stupid shit.
I think it did work this time. They got a little bit of a bonus for it.
Those would have never worked offline like you, Brian.
The camera went the wrong way, and I ran the wrong direction.
Like last year, DSP made 20K less than the year before. That's not even taking into account inflation. I'm really wondering when it's going to start feeling the crunch. Because eventually these people are going to run out of money.
It's weird because I rotated the thumbstick, never pressed Y. So I don't know if it's saying I did the input correct or not. I didn't press Y.
I think the thing that threads together all lolcows isn't necessarily being bad at something, it's being bad about being bad at something. We're all bad at games, we're all bad at stuff, we're all incompetent about things, but only lolcows will get so extremely defensive about it. An underrated moment of the interview was when Craig called out Phil about the way he views his viewer. Yes, I thought that was an interesting thing. I've heard sometimes you say they're not your friends. USB unplug sound. Damn, you are getting bodied out there, DSP. You getting reminded of your interview? What was that game over sound? Aramits, that's from Halo 3 specifically.
I just didn't want to waste another healing item, but now I have to. At the end of the fight and everything. Alright.
Sosuke, I don't know if you're being serious about it. LTG is partly acting, literally. He trained in acting. One of the best debunks I've ever seen about that is someone said, look at Low Tier God's acting reels. Look at his stuff that he has acted in. And you will find out really quickly that LTG can't act.
I can't press the Y button. I don't know why.
I thought it was pretty convincing.
He's gonna kill him with the stupid firestorm? That'd be a dumb ending.
Oh, I misunderstood you then, Cobain. I apologize.
Alright, we got him this time. No triple fireball at the end. Minju says press Y instead. Oh, yeah?
Holy crap, he still does have only $0. Holy crap. You bastards need to start paying up.
What's up, Holodan cards? How are you?
They've been feeding him for 15 years. They aren't going to crunch. But a lot of these people are on disability and stuff, right? A lot of them might start dying relatively soon, DSP. Relatively. You know? Or they might find other things they have to do.
Nah.
I did hear about DSP. The very first time I heard about DSP was on Super Best Friends.
Oh, he says you're a wimp.
And I had no idea who they were talking about, so I kind of ignored it. But then I circled back to him later on.
That's right, he says you have to help him first, then he'll reveal it.
Whoa, Phil totally got interviewed by that boss. That'd be funny. That should be the new euphemism, huh? It's crazy to me that Phil believes he's a full-time streamer when he didn't upgrade the camera or computer for like a decade. He hasn't done anything. Even his scenes.
Oh?
I have a feeling that if you looked at his OBS setup, you would pull your hair out. Like, I've got all my scenes neatly organized, my sources all neatly organized, whereas DSP has to spend like 10 minutes setting something up. And then gets confused. Also, most locales, if not all of them, are unable to change. They can't change. They stay the same no matter what. It's true. Because they don't understand what change is or why they need to do it. No, you all need to change. The Wings told an interesting story. He said someone at Machinima told him Phil wouldn't sign the contract because he refused to edit in a Machinima watermark on his video. That's really dumb. That would be really dumb of Phil to do that. Almost all of this can be explained by sunk cost fallacy. Whales have too much invested to stop. It's true, and that's why DSP doesn't stop playing his mobile games.
People under you and like lead them and train them. He's doing none of that, is he? We haven't seen a single one of his subordinates.
Not all captains have to do that. Sometimes captains, at least in this sense, of samurai or knights, can operate independently. Whatever, DSP. Don't pretend like you understand shit. There were a ton of little things in that interview that kind of flew under the radar of the bigger things.
All along.
And they're going to start coming back up, and it's going to add even more to the narrative. Because this whole interview and the subsequent streams, they were like finding the Dead Sea Scrolls, man. We got so much information
The other old guy.
that
Of course.
it takes forever to sift through it
Of
all.
course.
We're going to be analyzing those streams for possibly years. And DSP is going to get mad about it. They're still hung up on the interview. They're making up new conspiracy theories based on it. I feel DSP looks like a stuttering Craig as a Big Brother style figure. Exactly. I think so too. Eisen. Really part of Cat got interviewed by
Oh, Geek General says the subordinates are basically the card minigame. I mean, we're using
casting
the legendary
couch kind of
one,
thing?
Basically, those are your troops under you who are supposedly traveling with you as you go through the streets. Oh, man. Well, that does kind of make sense now that you said that. Wow. I didn't even think of it that way.
Hey, it's my boy. I like Majima.
At the end of chapter 7? I think this is chapter 7. All right, I think we're ending it right now. I was just, yep, what did I say? It sure seemed like it.
Man, DSP
All
is
right,
like a
cool.
prophet. He knew
Well, good progress right there, right?
it. Fourth Rider, he's
Chapter
very
8.
baffled by that, huh?
Very
See,
good.
people back then acted like this. How do you know,
Pre-order bonuses
DSP?
for
Because you
Street
played
Fighter
video
6
game
Deluxe
set back then?
Are Outfit 1 Color 10 for Chun-Li, Jamie, Manon, DJ, Jury, Ken, and special titles and stickers. So a few extra item colors, or I should say outfit colors, and some digital collectibles and stuff. Got it. Nothing too special, but at the same time, you get a few unlockables. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so
no,
guys,
not doing that.
thank you so
Chapter
much
7
so
bankruptcy.
far.
That's negative.
Stream and good progress here, correct? I'm actually going to refresh.
I'm trying to think of some of the little things because
Are
it's
you
hard to
kidding me?
remember them.
Guys, dude, guys, I'm shitting you now. Are you ready for this? I got all these tips. All these tips came in. I didn't count any of them out. You want to know why? Because my thing froze and didn't refresh.
Thankfully,
I have a bunch of
it
tips.
isn't
tonight. I'm so
DSP's
sorry,
fault.
everyone. Wow, I'm so sorry. There's a bunch of tips. Not even like one or two. There's like a ton of tips. I thought, oh, it's a slow night.
nothing
It's not a
wrong.
big deal. I'm not
I
gonna,
did
I'm not
absolutely
gonna really
nothing wrong.
talk about it. It's fine. We're
I did
having a good
everything
time
right.
on the stream. And then Geek General has just said, any pending tips you want to check? It's like, oh, let me check. Oh, it's frozen. Let me refresh. It's like tip. Oh my god.
That's a good quote out of
Now I feel
context.
real
Tip, tip, tip,
stupid.
tip, tip. It's like a command
All right, yes,
almost.
let's do this right now before we head into the second half of tonight's stream. Let's shout these out. My bad. I feel bad, everyone. I'm sorry for that. Let's do some shout outs. First, tip of the night was from Mishael. If you were to drink wine, which would you
What's
choose?
this illegal stream
I'd
happening?
probably prefer red over white.
I don't know what you're talking
My
about.
mom used to like to drink
DSP
white
gave me
wine, but
permission.
I've had
He
some I
said
really
the
like
trolls
it.
can do whatever
I
the
feel
fuck they
like white
want,
wine
and I
is,
took that as legally binding. So I have no idea what you're talking about, McDougal.
What do they call it?
And,
Like dry? It doesn't have
bad.
flavor, in my
Nah.
opinion. I know if you're looking for like a stronger wine, usually white wine, I guess, can taste a little stronger. I don't know. I always prefer red to white. So I prefer red as a.
Is he pulling a
I have
scam
no
right
idea.
now?
I've almost never had wine.
Kind of seems like it.
I'm not a wine aficionado in any way, so.
So you're not really Italian then, DSP. Italians love wine. I saw that in a movie once,
Okay.
so it's true.
All right. So thank you to Mishael for the first tip of the night, which, no exaggeration, came in like.
There's robust
45
style
minutes
wines.
ago.
Come on.
Then we have a very
Phil's
generous
backed up. Oh, no.
$25
Is that a
tip
poop
came
joke?
from Ichiban Kasuga. So I'm waiting for my Ishin cameo. Do you think he's in it? I mean, if these other characters from Yakuza 7 are in this, I think he's going to be in it. Maybe he'll be a boss or something later, right? So, Ichiban
Halal stream.
for a $25
I think I'm-
tip, I
I'm
really
in the right
appreciate
side
that.
of
That
God
gets
right now.
28
Thank you
bucks
very
in
much.
tips tonight.
Feels
Let's play
bad because
you
he
a
was worried
very
he had no
good,
tips.
well,
Yeah,
let's
he,
play you
he
a
may have been
very
ready to start
good
leaning
fun
into
animation.
these
That's a
people.
very instead of very
Screeching
fun
at them.
animation. Look how fun
Where's my
that is.
money at?
The extra fun animation of me backing my ass up.
Back that ass
Thank
up,
you very
Phil.
much for that, Ichiban Kasuga. Then,
That's what Cat's always saying. Back
Here's
that
a
cake
$2
up,
tip.
Phil.
this is a tip to see if this is a test to see if tips work. My bad. It's totally my fault.
Yeah, it is your
Again,
fault.
Someone probably had tipped one of those tips and was like, "Why is Phil not shouting it out?" It's completely my fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna
sorry
do
about
some
that.
chargebacks.
So come on,
thank you for that.
pay up,
It worked out.
freeloaders. Keep
Then
the
there was
money
another $2
coming.
tip
And
that
remember,
came in.
cash money.
That's true. He did say he doesn't care.
So, another anonymous $2 tip.
Dude,
Someone
these
said
last
tips
2
were slow
days,
tonight,
man.
This breaks the ice. Again, I'm sorry. Tips actually were not.
It's
were not slow.
amazing.
I was
I'm
slow.
still really even
I
trying to
thought that the thing
process
would
it.
work.
It doesn't
wasn't.
feel real.
And I didn't shout anything out because I'm stupid. I'm very sorry.
Like, I keep expecting
Very
to
much
wake
for
up,
that
you know?
was. And then there was another $23 tip
Like DSP had quite possibly his
And it's from the
greatest
same person.
clown mode moment
And they said, I'm
in his
Ichiban
entire
Kasuga,
career,
and I'm
really.
waiting for my Like a Dragon
It was
Ishin
terrible.
cameo. So I'm sorry, there were 2 tips from the same person.
That
wondering
one
the
thing
tip
that
didn't
set
go
Phil
through.
off
It
against
did
the
go
Sky
through.
Scrollers wasn't the
That's totally my
decompressor stream.
fault,
It
and
was
I'm
them
very
getting a
sorry
lot
for
of money
that.
because of
Again,
him. Yeah,
I
it
feel
didn't help,
incredibly
that's for sure.
So thank you for that's a second big tip. That's a $23 tip. Okay. So if you do the math, that means we are at $55 in tips tonight.
Refund the test tip? That would be fair. That would be fair,
Awesome.
BR Joe.
Thank
But he
you very
needs that
much.
money.
And that means we
Because
we
Cat
hit
beats him up and takes his lunch money.
And I feel bad because we could have had him earlier, and I thought
That'd
it
be
was
really
worth
funny if
not.
DSP had like an ATM in his house and he'd
Haseo
withdraw
says-
every time he got a donation.
Street Fighter 6 is
He would
mentioned. Are you
withdraw
planning
it
to
into
get the season
cash.
pass for it? I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna buy it right
It's
off
not
the
supposed to
bat.
make sense.
Obviously,
But he
I wanna-
withdraws it into
but here's the
cash.
thing, I have really
And
been
then
burned
Cat shows
down
up
by
and
season
punches him and
passes,
takes it out of his
whether
hand.
it was,
It's just
fighting
how they
games,
do
whether
it.
was,
It's their routine.
The most notable one for me that really screwed me was Batman Arkham Knight. That game, I really
It was my
liked
payday.
at first,
You mean
and
it's
I
my
followed the
payday.
game.
Slap.
The DLCs, in my opinion, were like nowhere near as good. Like most of them were driving DLCs or outfits. There were 2 story-based
You
DLCs.
guys don't
One was,
understand
like,
how
10
hard
minutes
I've got
long,
it.
and the other
My
one that was
wife,
long,
you
that
know,
was, like, played for a
Cat,
couple hours,
she
was
took
good,
my
but it
lunch
certainly
money.
wasn't worth the price of the
Now I'm gonna have to just be hungry.
season pass, pricing. It was weird because you bought the season pass.
Watch the
with
interview at
games
like
you
11.
didn't
The
even
next
see
thing I
what
knew
was
it was 4.
yet. And then
Yes.
when all the content came out, I was like, wow, that was completely
I did not
worth it.
realize
So,
time was flying
since
by as
then,
fast as it
essentially,
was.
I have not really bothered with season passes. I know that was a very long time ago, and I
Wasn't he
but
called the walking
You
ATM?
gotta
Yes.
learn your lesson. What I'll probably do with Street Fighter 6 is I will play it, earlier on when it comes out.
My only one who
play
gets
the
triggered
story,
that
play a
people
bunch of
donate more than
characters, see if I
$5
like
to
the
him.
online
As someone who
play,
grew
see
up
what the
broke, it
features
made me
are.
know
If
that.
I'm really
Yes,
enjoying
it annoys
then
me too.
likely I will end up getting the season pass
And
to get
because
the
I also
characters.
grew up not
But
too
I'll do a wait and see
advantaged,
attitude.
it
I'm
really
hoping
annoys
I'm
me
being
how he tries to
positive about
pretend
it
like
for
he's a
fantasy.
hard worker. When I
Games
saw
I
my
play
parents working
doesn't
so
mean
hard,
anything,
this dude
though.
would die.
We'll see when it comes out.
I don't want to
okay?
hear it. Yes, exactly
And
like
then there
that,
was
Fourth
an
Rider.
additional
That's such a great episode. I love
$10
that one.
kit.
I'm gonna rape him next time.
Guitar player. Because I'm not sure why.
Roger's
last
my
side quest
favorite.
at Hogwarts
He's the
didn't unlock.
coolest.
I was able to beat both Poppy and Sebastian side quests before beating the main story. I really have no idea.
DSP's gonna have to go to the cafeteria and see if he can get a free lunch.
As you know,
But then Cat's just gonna steal
I stopped
it.
doing the grindy style side content in the last third of the game. The Merlin trials, the base takeovers. I felt that they were just boring and they were padding the game when I needed to get it done so we could move on to other games. Even though I
The
know
thing that
meaningful
I
stuff.
tried to
One of
tell
those
a
side
bunch
quests
of
that
my
popped up, I
friends
did it,
about
like,
when I was trying to get
immediately
them to
when it showed
watch
up.
the interview.
So I have no clue why they didn't pop up for my playthrough. I'm at a loss, guitar player.
Hold on.
I wish that they had, because if they had popped up before the end of the game, I would have done them before that. So I don't know.
Okay.
Have I ever been to Columbia?
When these halls used to be safe, I don't want to be afraid anymore.
I don't know where that is.
But when I was telling my friends about the interview, and I've got a bunch of friends who just can't stand DSP at all and don't want to watch anything about him.
All right, guys.
And I had to really tell them, I was like, no, you don't understand. I know most podcasts and interviews, it's kind of a meme to say, oh, it gets really good around hour 3.
I should have.
No, 30 minutes in until the end.
Slow night, which is okay.
Greatness
Not every
the
night's
whole
gonna be
time.
outstanding and crazy. So I thought, and that's my fault. But thank you for your support in the first hour. We got another hour to go now.
And he did not cash
into,
that check, Steven.
Chapter 8. Sound good? Awesome. Cool, let's do this. I'm splitting the part, but before we do that...
Yeah, it's that Stalin quote,
I have
Steph.
to go use the restroom.
Quantity has a quality all of its
So,
own.
just give me a second.
DSP's a
I'm gonna
Zerg
use the restroom
user
quickly,
confirmed.
Wash my hands. Be right back. Good evening, Cracker Jacks. How are you? Good to see you.
I gotta go wash my
I'll literally
hands.
be
The
right back.
oil's
So
getting
if you
out of
mind, come back
control.
And then we start chapter 8, okay? I'll be right back.
Thanks for the money, dummies. Right now, Cat's right out there. Slapping him around a little bit. That's why he has to mute the mic, because every time he goes out there, it's just violence. And you hear him being thrown down the stairs and everything. She actually has a guitar sometimes just to hit him upside the head with it. So you get that El Kabong sound. Guess what, Den's tips always work. If they don't work, Phil will be the first to know and the first to squeal, yeah? A pull already, Phil, get help. What kind of pull we talking about? Which pull? I like that. I like that a pull can mean two things with DSP. Does he pull and pull? Maybe. She eats the clone lefters? Oh, that's horrible. Well, they gotta be recycled somehow. No, you don't understand, Titanium Tractor. We're loading in a new clone. Well, this one's being a little stubborn. He woke up and he's already yelling at us. I find it funny how he says people stole 9K and did ID theft, but he hasn't filed any police report, and it wasn't his account. So what? If it's not your account, why are you worried? But, what was I going to say? It don't matter. I was thinking back to my top 3 moments of the interview. My 3 favorite moments were, those weren't my bank records, and the time when Craig perfectly parried that question about, or the DSP story about the escort saga. Shut that down almost instantly. And then DSP refusing to turn over his phone. Wouldn't it be the best thing ever? You've got one juror you have to convince as opposed to a million.
Misclicked. I feel much better now. I'm ready for the second half. Another tip.
And then she'll cry downstairs covered in blood. Oh God.
Tip. This one came in
Cat is
from
butchering
Michelle
the clone
Again.
as we
Great chill stream as usual. Thank you, Michelle.
I'm gonna have to chop
Isn't
him
it
up for
funny
parts.
that we have such great, chill, laid back,
DSP
relaxing,
being put through
interesting
tables.
streams when there's no nonsense, right? No drama, no nonsense.
Picking his
nothing,
ass up and
right?
putting him through
Nothing.
there.
Right, so I would say, I mean, obviously, guys.
Classic
this is,
gambling addiction.
You know,
the minute he gets
opinion.
$65, he has
Would
to
you
go
say
to the
that I put
toilet
out some
and
good
get
content?
people.
Would you say
No,
that this content
no,
is
I
fun
would
and
not.
relaxing and
No.
interesting and, you know, laid back, entertaining? Like,
No.
You guys probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't, correct? I mean, we got an audience of around 250 people tonight. I'm okay with that. I'm having
Yes,
fun
I had seen that,
with my
Charles,
audience.
that
We're
his
having fun
pulls have
conversation,
actually
correct?
slowed down.
There's nothing wrong with
Which
that,
I
right?
wonder what that really means. It
Right?
could mean that Cat's finally taking control of the situation,
Right?
which would
Isn't
be
it
cool,
funny?
I guess.
Isn't it funny how people categorize me and my content?
Is there a limit
you
on the
guys
amount
do,
of clones
right?
DSP can make?
Like
Our record
what
is
horrible things
about
are
like
happening
30 clones, and we really
in
stressed it
DSP's
during that
content. That's
interview.
what I mean.
We burned
Like,
through
all the
21
drama
clones.
outside of this is just so ridiculous. Like, what are you speaking of? I didn't even say a word about any contributions tonight because I just thought it was a slow night. I didn't care. It's not a big deal, right? It's hilarious. Like, I feel like these are some of the best streams I do. A nice late night chill stream. We're just relaxing.
I think
we're
you
having
should
fun
reconsider
conversations,
DSP.
some
I do
progress
not
in
think
the
that
game,
is true.
right?
The real reason
Exactly.
he
So the
hates
algorithm,
lunch meat
people say, well,
sandwiches,
you're
cannibals.
against our will. Yeah, you know, again,
Dude, I can't eat
that
this
psych- that
stuff.
crazy
It's
mind
me.
control ability that got you here, right? Like, it's just crazy, man.
Horse racing, you
It's
say,
just- it's just-
Jaycon. That would
I
be a
don't
good
know.
addiction.
Of all
And
the
he's got
stuff
the
that, you know,
materials.
I will definitely admit to you guys, things have changed over the years. You know, I used to be way more focused.
Hold on, I want to hear this.
Numbers, focused on, you know, being, rage-inducing stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's just chill. I like chilling with you guys. It's great. I love this. Is so fun to just talk with you guys and relax, right? I'm all about it. But I get criticized. Oh, you don't understand. Your content sucks, and this is bad. You got to change. You got to do this.
You have to change DSP. No, I don't.
No, I'm not doing that. We're going to continue to make the fun, chill content, and we're going to continue to enjoy each other.
How's it going, Carl?
That's what it's all about. That's what I'm about.
He's on the new
These days,
Street Fighter
right?
game. The farms are trying to crack the new account.
But should I
It's only a
consider
matter of
doing a
time,
second playthrough
especially
of
since
Resident
people are
Evil
apparently
Professional
leaving the
before
game.
No, why
I heard that.
replay it now?
I
It's
heard
so
that it got
close. You don't want
toxified.
to burn yourself out. You don't want to play it again. Then immediately.
My favorite moment is when Chad calls out Dave for watching Keem Detractor videos, expecting them. Yes, that was a great moment as well, BR Joe.
Jade, I'm glad to have you here tonight. It's good to have you here relaxing with us. All right, are we ready? And then it's funny because then you see the one troll who's never been here before who just starts insulting us. Like,
And
okay,
ban,
bye.
get him out of here. Toxified.
Okay.
Later,
So
loser.
Shall we continue, my friends?
This is so fun. Fun? I'm having fun.
Okay. All right, guys. So, chapter 8.
Steph, so I can give you some insights on how the
Oh, man, I
Clone
forgot
Labs
the story
work.
already.
We can actually adjust the feed, because it's not really hard to copy a fake feed with DSP,
We don't
quite
know who it is
frankly.
yet. They haven't showed the face.
So we
yet.
copy the feed, and we have a dude come in and rip the body off the chair, and then, yeah, throw in the next one. Through the tube. I see you understand how it works. The most fun and the most chill content in the world, right here on level 1.
Funny he never goes to the meetings, though, right?
I would like to think that I'm feeling pretty chill. Chip here is pretty chill. He's got his Shunka and everything.
I didn't notice that girl was black. I didn't notice. I swear I didn't notice. You bit your thumb.
I am a little bummed out that no one brought that up about that video. When he claimed that all these things about the sheriff, and I will say this a million times because apparently, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy in thinking it. But at that point in the game, they hadn't established that the sheriff was a bad guy. So how is he going to make a joke about the slave trade and say, well, the sheriff was a bad guy? The sheriff had maybe 2 lines of dialogue before then.
Will that be, what's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I forget what his name is in this one. Eye Patch, Goro. Well, what's his name in this? I forgot. Is that who we're talking about?
Troll non-green name. Exactly.
Registry.
Was it Low Tier God said, I like looking over at my chat and seeing nothing but green? That's a good quote. It's kind of cool. It's kind of money.
So probably not playing it.
I have a question from Dr. Acula. What do you do with the clone blood? Dude, we got to recycle what we can, man. Now, there are some things we don't recycle. We heard about Chris Chan's recycling. We do not do that kind of recycling. That is a little much. Do these samurais use rubber swords and bullet? Like in the... Oh, and... What was it? Yakuza 3? They had the rubber bullets thing? Spoilers? I don't know. They might. It would explain why they can take 50 shots to the chest and still keep moving. If you saw color and thought that was a racist joke, you're a racist. You're the one who thought it. Yes. That was a nice deflection, Stefan. Adam shut it down right away. Because I always hate that. Well, in context. What context could exist that would make that joke funny? That's my question. You tell me how it would be funnier.
All right. Where am I going? I'm running in circles here. There we go. How did DSP Reacts go today? DSP versus the internet? It was all right. I'll be honest.
Talk about Keem.
Every single week. I feel like it is improving a little
Talk
better.
about Keem. You know you want to.
I've not reached the point where like all the videos are good. Like I feel like we're 50-50 right now.
I feel like that's
first,
really, really rude.
I think we were like 30-70.
I feel like that's incredibly disrespectful how he describes that.
But a lot of the videos still, it's like, nah, it's not really working. It's not really working. And it's frustrating.
You need to send me only bangers, dickheads.
Videos that are going to work, but things that aren't particularly important to the individual work in a React environment. So I'll give you a perfect example.
So don't be selfish.
There was a video that was analyzing Final Fantasy VI's final boss fight, which is called Dancing Mad. I was finding the video fascinating, and I've watched a few minutes of it, and I was learning things about the... I'm
going to let him finish real quick.
How it changed and built, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. But literally, it only interested me, because I'm a fan of Final Fantasy VI. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Final Fantasy game of all time. And, you know, of course, for me, it's going to be, like, super interesting. Everyone else is like, oh, this is boring. I don't really care. I never even play the game. That's the thing, like... We have to find that
giant swing, cool,
of the right videos for everyone, rather than just say the right video for the person who suggested it, or the right video for me. And sometimes it's tough, and sometimes things you don't think are going to work are the ones that work the best. You know what I mean? So
I've got some opinions on this. I want to wait for him to be done jabbering. I'm still here.
And every week we get introduced to something completely different or interesting. We had some pretty interesting videos today. I would say we had one which is the United States versus United Kingdom versus a McDonald's food. This is the differences between them. That was pretty interesting.
Not really.
There's one that actually explained how YouTube videos work when they actually encode and
encode?
What's the word? Not compile, but you know how they basically go to different qualities and stuff.
Compress.
Why certain videos end up pixelated while others don't, even though they're the same video quality. Like, that was interesting.
Sum up, DSP. Sum up.
So what I mean, though, it's hard. I would say it's probably hard to tell what's going to work and what's not on that show. And I think it's just going to get better in time. So, and Overpowered Boom, yes, we did try to use the voting system of do you like it? Was it like the mid or did
good? I wanted him to bring up this.
The problem was we did that for about like an hour to 2 hours, and we forgot about it. Like,
the clones forgot about it. Everyone in the chat was confused.
Yeah, we were doing that. Should we do it again? So we were doing some of it, and then we completely forgot about it by the end of the show. But again, if it's something that people remember, or maybe even if like some art is suggested, like someone, let's say someone submits art of thumbs up, mid, thumbs down, right? Maybe I could play the art on the stream, and then people
Maybe
might
if you
remember
guys
it,
do some
you
labor
know,
for
right
me
now,
for
like, it
free,
wasn't really resonating in my head to do it
come on.
right away, so I totally
Come on, someone's got to
understand
get
it.
on board with that.
Well, how many points do we have?
Can we
One
move
good,
on? I
maybe
want to
one
start talking
streak.
about that
That's
DSP if you don't mind.
We're not getting leveling up very much in this.
Okay, I'm
game.
going
I
to turn him
guess
down
it's
for a
really
second
slowed
because he's
down.
going to keep jabbering. So I personally find this entire situation extremely disrespectful because, okay, he's wanting people to get memberships, which cost money. And then, only after that, can you recommend videos. And then after that, it has to be a video that he likes and everyone else likes. And if he doesn't, he's going to have your ass judged live. That's rude. It's almost bullying. And I know he doesn't mean it to be that way, but that's functionally what it is. You're bringing your video on stage, and if it sucks, it's your fault. Now, what you need to do is make an extremely interesting video and bring it up. No, idiot. I paid money for you to react to a video. I don't care if everyone in the chat likes it. I don't give a damn about those losers. I'm showing off my video. And DSP doesn't think of it that way. You need to do everything. And he'll shit on your video with a thumbs down. No. That doesn't inspire people to get involved in this, DSP. I think it's really, really... I think it's really toxic. I think it's really self-destructive and,
I don't know, I unlocked
like I
it,
said,
and while
bullying.
evading, I'm trying to evade and do it, and it doesn't work. I'm not sure exactly how to do it. Is this it? This is it.
Always blaming the content. A good streamer, especially one who's into the content, could easily make it entertaining. Yeah, because DSP has no imagination or wonder. This dude has
there
zero.
it is. The Neanders? How do you say it? Neanders or Neanders?
It's Neanders, man.
I don't know how to say her name. We did it. It's the first time we ever did that one. What
No,
was
it's not
it?
the first time. I saw it earlier.
Energy came out of me or something.
See, that's how you know he was a clone, because he looked right at the screen when it happened, but now he's remembering it differently.
Very exciting. I think it was the first time we saw that one.
He's evaluating his employees' performance. Exactly. Who the hell are you, DSP? I already paid money for this. You look at my video and you like it.
Stop slashing me. It's a drain spell. Oh, drains their health.
One slice from a katana would slice most people in half, but it's like paper cuts to these guys. Maybe they're just very robust, Jaycon. I like your new intro with Craig saying the hate army stands with you. That was hilarious. That's fun.
Oh my god, a nice punch and an aerial juggle. Look at that. It's nice.
It's up to him to make it interesting. I
How do
agree.
you say their name? Neanders?
Neanders, man.
It's not Neanders. It's
No,
Neanders.
it's not. Stop. You're actually hurting
Maybe,
me.
yes, likely I will play Tekken 8 whenever it comes out. It doesn't have a release date yet, right?
One of the best DSP moments was him doing the geography quiz and bully. That was a god tier moment.
Oh no, I have to save someone now.
Phil lies to his audience and they still support him. That's rough. I still don't know why he thought it was okay for him to do a Speedy Gonzalez voice in Pneumonia Pokemon. But I'm not racist, guys. And as a Hispanic, I have a thought on that. I wouldn't have even minded the Hispanic voice if you would have been fun with it. But instead, DSP, even when he's racist, he's lazy. Like, if he did a voice of Danny Trejo and did Danny Trejo lines, I personally would think that was funny. But DSP doesn't have that sense of creativity.
Remember Nyancat? I do remember Nyancat, but I didn't know how to say it.
Hey, Vato, you are ready for Pokemon fights? My Pokemon will cut you! I mean, that'd be kind of funny. But can't do it. Too creative.
I pressed Y.
I'm working on getting another clip to fit in there, but that's going to be a surprise. But maybe we'll get it. Well, I hope for the best.
Say it faster, like Nyan. So Nyanners, just like that. Nyanners.
Nyanners, yes.
Okay, I'm learning.
Does he say he recommended
Learning,
it?
I'm blowing people's brains out
I
at the
don't.
same time. That's really weird to say, actually.
There have been cases where he does, but sometimes not. So it's not 100%.
Oh, maybe that's not the proper way to learn things in life. Maybe we should.
It might be a Fendom kind of fetish. It might be.
We'll have to see it first.
It might be a fetish.
My wife and I agreed we're not going to see it within the first week or two of it being out because it's likely going to be like.
You think Keem will follow through with finding DSP whales?
Sadly,
I think he's going to try.
In theater for the release of a new movie. It's not very. It's not a very enjoyable experience for us. Let's put it that way.
My bad.
So
No
we're
critical
thinking
thinking.
of doing it, but later on, maybe after a couple of weeks, a few weeks after it's out.
See, that's detractor puss. I don't necessarily fully disagree with you. I really don't. But it's kind of like when DSP was doing that Need for Speed playthrough, and he was making Hispanic jokes. It was just taco burrito
Shout out to
shit.
Beppo Carrot.
And I love jokes about Hispanic stuff if it's done with a sort of love and respect for the culture and a knowledge of the culture. And that's not what DSP has. He has nothing. He has taco burrito.
Our goal for the day would be great if we could. The punt and shoot. Bop-it-a-bop-it-a-bop-it-a. How fucking dare you?
Wait, did he just say? Did he just do racist stuff? No, not particularly right now, Adam. We're talking about his Pokemon playthrough that he was saying racist Hispanic voice for Nimona. She sounded like
God damn it.
Danny Trejo kind of.
I thought maybe it'd be bad.
Hey Holmes, I'm ready to Pokemon battle you. Great, DSP. You're really killing it up there.
Right there it said it. I pressed it, nothing.
And also, just because she's kind of dark-skinned doesn't mean she's Hispanic. What if she's Filipino? DSP doesn't know any Filipino accents. Who has a new intro? Hate Army.
What happened? I thought it was doing the attack and it didn't do it. There we go. Look at this. Oh, that's a new one. We didn't see this one yet. Nice. Damn, he didn't die. He was so close to a death. So close to a kill, I should say.
I think it would be a funny thing to do is if Keem comes into the podcast dressed up as DSP. It acts like DSP the whole time. Be kind of a Liquid Chris situation. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the real Phil Burnell. But that might be kind of dumb, too. I don't know. Maybe just for a couple minutes come in and do that.
Oh my god. Thank you to the Furious Axe who just
Yeah,
became a
Lackey
member.
Bracky. It's kind of unnerving how much damage these guys
Very
can
nice
take.
of you. Let's update the leaderboard here. Add the gamer.
Oh, get that off my
says,
damn
"I'm
screen.
here.
What am I
I gave
doing?
earlier this week some advice. Always have food on you and upgrade your
I'm a
inventory.
too, bro, and I work in
Later on,
construction. He reminds me of those old white dudes.
we actually
Yeah,
have,
it's.
upgraded our inventory at least a
I don't want to
bunch.
like
That's
contradict
probably
you or
what I'm
whatever,
going to moving
but
forward. It seems very good advice.
it's kind of like
That,
there are
and
people who can
Furious
do these things
Axe,
and it doesn't
he
bother
was-
you
I
and it
grabbed
doesn't
the
make you
leaderboard,
mad and you
then we
enjoy
had
it.
two new members.
And DSP is never
We're up
going to
to
be that kind of person.
369. We get one more tonight. That
Like
actually
I've been
is our
told
overall
by my
number.
black
Actually,
friend,
it's
and
great
therefore I'm not
we
racist
didn't do
because I have a
gameplay
black
too
friend,
earlier. All we did was
that
divide
I
the
have
aspect.
the
Thank you,
capacity
guys. That would
and
be great
love
if
and
you do that.
respect
One
for
more
black
member.
culture enough to make black jokes that are not hurtful but have a little bit of
Remember you
spice
guys
to it.
could use we're recruiting another
And
job
it takes a
or whatever
lot to be able to do that, and DSP
I
does
didn't
not
know
have
Geek
that
General
at all.
says depending
None.
on who's considered your group. that
Yeah,
if you
and
were considered
those
half
people
the
that you mentioned at the
half
construction
the
yard,
group, I
that's the
didn't
same thing with DSP. For sure.
All right, here we go. Rice shop. Can we buy some food at the rice shop?
But I get what you're saying, man. I don't inherently disagree with you or anything.
Dried rice.
I think the worst moment of the interview was with him calling out his lack of any form of upgrading his setup in 15 years. Yeah, he froze up. And they were all asking about his innovations.
there
Dude,
a-
I got a new
Is there a
vest.
restaurant
You
here
can
that I
pay to
eat
see
at
it.
refill my health? There is. Let's eat at the restaurant. Is this it right here?
Jesus, that gun is his crutch. He won't use any melee
Yes.
attacks. Yeah, he read it in a guide that the gun's really good.
If Furious Axe gifted a sub, gifted a membership, and the membership went to Big Old Bean. So congratulations, Big Old Bean. Thank you to Furious Axe for the support, and that gets us up to 370 members, which is what we were going for today. Thank you guys so much.
Or the best
We
jokes
lost
I
a few
find
over my day
celebrate
off. We came
weirdness.
back, and then we kept losing a
They
few,
celebrate the
gaining a few.
uniqueness of the cultures, and in
Dutch,
a way
wow,
that does
thank you so
not
much,
make
man.
you feel
Dutch
bad
is
for having
55
that be
member,
part of
5
your
member
culture.
bond to the
It
community.
is a difficult thing
Thank
to
you,
do.
Dutch. So congratulations
some of the
to
best
Ad the
comedians
Gamer,
can't do
Jordan
it.
Martell, Overpowered Boone, Guts the Black Swordsman, and
Hell, I
Silver
can't do it
Edge.
most of the time, so I don't even try.
Everyone just got a gifted membership from Dutch. Thank you so much, Dutch. Be sure to thank Dutch for that if you just received one of those gifted
He's
memberships.
so dismissive of anything he doesn't understand,
memberships,
especially
I should
culture.
say.
So you know that when he does a joke about it, he's not doing it
Thank you,
lighthearted.
Dutch,
Never.
man. Very nice of you.
Anything new is bought or
Cool,
gifted from his
cool.
audience, which is weird because I thought that he had business expenses. Is the
Sorry,
shipping
George,
cost
stand up. I
included
would
in the
not be able to
business
afford to
expenses?
Rent out an entire theater in order to have it rented out for my.
I think the black jokes are
That'd be nice though.
funny. People are just so sensitive now. Yeah,
Ah.
it
we go. Let's get
it
the
can
full
feel
map.
like that sometimes, but then you have to be
Well, I'd like to
careful
fill
that the
my
joke
health. I guess
isn't
we'll get
just
the 9
lazy.
piece to fill all my health completely.
And I feel like sometimes those happen and they fly under the radar. Like I one time watched these comedian
That
auditions,
looks like a pretty good
and
meal.
this dude was
That's
he was offending the
we
entire
say
room.
sushi,
And he even tried to excuse it like, well, this is black humor. It's supposed to be edgy. And people, some dude said something like, yeah, it's just not funny though.
Awesome. Overpowered Boone says my DSP reactions.
Yeah, he got booed off stage.
The channel has flown by. Awesome. Everyone should be getting their crown then. If you just got it, it means everyone who has a membership over
I love the reason because he changed was because he got new lights and new stuff behind him, not because of his attitude or better mentality. Nope, good LED light. Yeah, my stream is completely different.
Something like that. That's really excellent. Hopefully we can keep the
Exactly. I saw a black guy once.
What is this? Do I really want
well, what would you say about your experience?
I told you, I have an appointment. Does the name Saito-san ring a bell?
When Dave killed T, he absorbed T's essence, thus giving him an inward pass. I think that's probably true. Like, maybe it's kind of like was it Gorillas, where that guy's soul is inside the drummer guy? T's soul is inside DSP.
Oh?
And that's what comes out when he makes racist jokes. It's not him. T's possessing me, dude.
Saito. Great timing. So I'm being told sushi is about rice, sushimi is about fish.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm even more confused. Anyway, Saito, great timing. You should, Tyler. If you got attacked tonight, you absolutely should be filing a police report. You should call the police and get that report filed right away and see if you catch whoever did that. That's messed up.
What's this about police reports, DSP?
Lion Weasel here said he had an appointment with you. His audacity makes me want to chop him to pieces. Let him go. He's telling the truth.
Tyler, what's this police report about? Did you get scammed? Did someone else's bank account get hacked?
So the sashimi is the raw pieces of fish with no rice at all, just cut to be like gourmet food. Yeah, got it.
Yes, and that's true too, Jake.
One
of my favorite comedians is Emo Phillips, and he never really brings in race or anything. His delivery is super weird, though.
Oh, this is the
DSP wouldn't get it.
Oh, crap,
if he watched Emo Phillips, he would not get it. Like, is this guy, like, mentally retarded or something? Why is he acting like that? Do you know about characters, DSP?
Let me go ahead and give you some perspective.
He's getting his revenge by possessing Phil and getting him kicked off Twitch. Nice. Teased his unsung hero, man.
Well, there's plenty of rumors circulating about the organization, many of them not so good. They call you the Mibu Wolves, but I see you're more as noble hounds. After all, your organization was formed to help keep the peace.
Tyler, top donator, got attacked? Oh, no.
Perception of you. Public image is important, you know. Uh-huh. So when you answer my questions, make sure your words leave an impact.
Poor Tyler.
Yeah, I can give that a shot.
He did nothing wrong. He just wants to give Phil money, and apparently people have trouble. Is that what... No, I don't want to say it.
Here begins the very first interview.
That's a dark subject to go into. See, DSP, I'm avoiding subjects entirely.
My interlocutor is the man who made captain on his first day. Can't believe I'm talking with the legendary Saito Hajime of the 3rd Division. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Now we're past introductions. Let me get into the conversation. My first question for Saito Hajime, being that this
is how you don't pronounce.
The Wolves, fierce warriors who don't hesitate to kill.
He has weird things with T's, doesn't he?
Tough love, it's my favorite thing to do. It's my duty, nothing more. Maybe my duty at times, but I only kill as a last resort. It's not something I enjoy. I see. So the fearsome wolves of Mibu have also brought order to Kyo. That's great, Saito-san. This will paint the
Is there a
dense
attempt?
Let's keep going. Next question: do you have a message for any loyalist?
I don't know. Detractor octopus. It's hard to tell if these guys even have the capacity to make plans, you know?
The quote from original Street Fighter 2, when Guile would beat someone, to go home and be a family man.
Yeah, because it's a Japanese idiom, man. I'm pretty sure it is. Is Tyler becoming another War Dog leader? You better not. You better not try and step up to the king with your suffering. I suffered more.
That's much more soulful than I was expecting. You really have a big heart, Saito-san. That's how a warrior should be. Anyhow, next question. My readers will be dying to know.
Troll Tip should try to incorporate as many T's as possible.
What kind of question is
that? I think so.
Trust me, it's very important. This is what
LTG has a similar thing when it comes to language. He over-enunciates K sounds. You'll notice it now that I bring it up. But he really enunciates the hell out of them. Like they're all capital letters. I remember him saying almond milk.
I know how to use
and he said it, almond milk.
Very well. Overpowered Boone, but I do know
it's like it's just one K there at the end, and it's not that big.
Not that good. Arkham, I personally love
almond
sushi.
milk.
At first I thought sushi was terrible. Now I like sushi a lot as I've gotten older. So, how do you eat seaweed correctly? Very carefully. Okay, I want a woman who's sharp and skilled. As sharp as she is skilled. What on earth does that mean? Oh, sharp like a sword? You're talking about skill in battle. What an answer. Next question is, the captain of the 3rd Division, what does the Shinzagumi mean to you? The path for strength, paradise for men, a place for true warriors. We'll say that.
Stefan, it's in case you didn't get it, man. He's giving you insights on Street Fighter.
Sonic 2, I've only seen the first one. I'm glad you did. You know,
Yay.
with Joker, that was a movie people had wanted to see.
Imagine being blind and having to listen
Sonic
to Phil
2, not so
narrate a
much.
game.
So,
That's why
the
Super
Sonic
Blind
2
Man
movie
actually
has not
liked
gone
DSP.
great in
It's
the
because
past
he
few
felt
days. It
included
has
for
like a
that,
few hundred
which is
views.
kind of
It's not a
bad.
big deal. You know, it was a movie I kind of wanted to watch. Anyway.
Whatever.
It was on Amazon Prime. I'm
That's
hoping
who
that
you
future
get as the
reviews will
third
do
guest,
better.
LTG.
You know, I'm gonna review
LTG
Jackson
will have to
Zack
have a
Snyder's
humongous
Justice
bribe,
League
though.
soon. And then later on in the week, I'm probably going to review The
No,
Whale.
there it is.
See how
That's
that
the
goes.
solution. Okay,
It's a place for
buckle
true
in.
warriors, unlike anywhere else, as long as you got
Keem makes this DSP
himself.
documentary, but he doesn't do it as really a documentary. He does it as a fake documentary, like it follows a fictional person that is very clearly DSP, clearly DSP, and he casts LTG in the role. Yeah. Oh god, that'd be rad as
There are
hell.
rumors that you drag people back to your barracks and torture them for information. When the Shinzagumi have
Damn,
it out
man.
for us, what should we do to protect ourselves?
Keem, send me an email. I've got an idea for you, man. Or better yet, you can call me.
Play dead, resistance is futile, or maintain your innocence.
Boogie says, hey, didn't you make a video
No, I don't
about
like
me
any
at the
of
very
those.
beginning of your career, LTG?
Those.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Play
Cuts
dead,
per size, slowly but
resistance is
protrudingly.
futile. Like the Borg in freaking Star Trek, Next Generation.
What was the other one?
I don't know,
Relentlessly. Steven, LTG has so many weird malapropriisms. So many. It provides a lot of dexterities, you see, Stefan.
Resistance is
Yeah,
futile.
exactly. Like Spinal Tap.
If you resist, you'll die. If
I'd
you
watch
win,
the
you'll
shit
die.
out of that
Respect you,
show,
All you
man.
can do is say your prayers. Even if you're innocent, the Shinzagumi sound like monsters. Did you forget the purpose of the interview to recover?
God damn, that'd be
image?
really cool. And you could do so much with it.
Wow.
And then when DSP's mad, you could say, "Hey, man, it's fictional. You didn't do those things. So what does it
Anyway,
matter
that
if you're
concludes our talk.
upset about
Thank
it?"
you so very much. I know you're a busy man.
Keep
Wow.
can call only between the hours of 1 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. Yeah, and you know, I might already have someone on the phone at the moment, so you might have to try the next day. But yeah,
Well,
my
how the
windows are
article turn out?
pretty
Some
reasonable.
of the answers were a bit problematic, but I think it was satisfactory overall. That said, the practice of the Western interview is quite intriguing.
LTG would want the 50K and like an escape pod.
Going to be a pioneer in the
At any
field.
time, I want to be able to just jettison out of here.
Here, a little something for your time. Obtain the 1,000-year tree branch. I'm going to go print up a storm of Kawabaran. I'll cover the streets in sheets. There you go.
Very cool.
Overpowered Boone says, well,
LTG
once a
should
year
do the
you can
podcast
stop
and cosplay as
regularly
DSP the whole time.
watching. Man, it
He
was
could
long.
probably get on board with that. LTG is very
Honestly,
weird when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Probably when I stopped actively watching movies like 2015. Seriously, like that long.
He has very weird
I
things that he
liked
gets
it.
too arrogant
Theaters,
about, but then things that you would
know,
not
I
expect
stopped
him to
actively
do,
watching it. Home every once
he
in a while,
does, and
I would watch when
it's
it's
hard to protect him
very
sometimes.
recent.
Like him
It's been a
coming on
while,
stream
man.
dressed up
It's
as
been a
what
while
was his
since
name,
I was watching anything. So
Jeffrey Dahmer,
okay. Before I forget,
and then making weird sexual jokes
wherever
about
you
Jeffrey
live,
Dahmer.
satisfying
That
story,
was
you'll be the person I
really
go to.
odd.
So long for now. There you go. I've never seen IMAX 3D. I've seen a very few films in IMAX when I was younger, but I never saw a movie in IMAX.
Yeah, I think I watched some animal movie
What
on
he says is
IMAX at
right.
the zoo
We
one
could do
time.
interviews all over the place from now on. Wouldn't that be something? Okay. Well, that was an interesting side diversion.
Imagine your
but,
$80
I did
super
not
chat
start
is
to move
replaced
on with the main
with
story.
a $10 on. Yeah, for real. It's completely pointless, man.
Okay.
Hey, it's my boy. Lynn, you ever consider
Well,
doing a
here's
fountain
Mad
pen
Dogs,
review?
that's what they call this
They're
chapter,
pretty
Mad
big these
Dogs.
days. I had never thought about that. Is that a thing? I do want to get a fountain pen because it's kind of helpful with model kit building and doing panel lines. Maybe I should. Though I admit I'm not in a position to really judge what's a good fountain pen.
Okita, what are you
That was the
planning?
only stream I've ever watched for
Ready,
LTG, and I
guess.
got banned on the first comment for
Alright.
saying the costume could be more creative.
Did I like black and white universal monster movies? Yes, it did. A new recruit
How dare you, man? He spent 10 whole minutes on that costume.
Tails?
You're mean, Steph.
I guess we need to do that. I know he never washes his clothes at all. He's always covered in blood. It's pretty disgusting. Can you imagine the smell? That disgusting, festering, you know.
LTG got
rotting blood.
overkilled when it
It's
came to
really
the
nasty.
banning, which is just so damn appropriate. This dude had been wagging his dick in the air for so long, saying he's unbannable, I can't be banned. And he didn't just get banned, he got banned, what, 6 or 7 times? He got Giga banned. They banned him into the next dimension. I got the vibe that LTG is PDF file. I don't want to say that he is, but he seems like one. Yeah, I get that vibe as well. LTG has a lot of weird problems to him, and I want to do an LTG stream sometime. But like I said, it's going to have to be a secret one, and it's going to have to go down pretty quickly, because I'm not about to get banned because this dude is so damn immature. Fountain Gin. Now that sounds like a fun tool. Good-looking men like LTG don't like no kids. I think even if LTG isn't a pedophile, he's given enough reason to suspect that he is, and that's a problem. If you've given enough reason to people to suspect you, you've kind of created some critical errors. Why are you eating your thumb, DSP? Majima isn't black. Maybe he is, I don't know. Maybe he's just really light-skinned. Stream on an alt for LTG and announce it on your main. That's a good idea, Steph. That's a very good idea. Well, don't. No, D. You're not. You're cool. You're cool. Yeah, he says a lot of really weird sexual statements that I don't think it's unreasonable to assume he's gay. Because I can understand any average person making the occasional gay joke, but that's his only joke. That's his only statement, is I fucked your mom and I sucked your dick.
Tenet, I'm being recommended by Overpower Boone. It's came out during COVID. It's on HBO Max too. I think it is. I think I saw it on there.
You're cool,
I've never
D.
seen Spirited
You're cool.
Away on HBO Max. I have seen Spirited Away.
Clone Tank's running low tonight. Yeah, we might have to let them rest for a little bit. They've been going through overdrive.
So perhaps I would like to watch.
Especially after that interview, man. We did not anticipate that many clones coming out.
And then Darth Godbox says, can't believe the night's almost over already. It went fast. We got about another half an hour still.
I remember one of Low Tier God's weird rants one time. Scat-style jokes like DSP, kinda.
The one in Fushimi.
Kinda.
Some time before I head there.
I remember his most odd roast one time was someone called him an old head, and he responded with, "Yeah, I'll tell you what's an old head. I'm gonna get you in a bath, right? And I'm gonna be washing your hair." And right then and there, what, sir? Excuse me? Let's just go ahead and hit the safety brake on that one. Stop right there. And so he did this big old fantasy about he was washing a dude's hair. And that'll teach you not to call me an old head. I'm like, man, you might want to workshop that one, because that did not go where you think it went. You're threatening to take a bath with a guy. I mean, I guess that's kind of a threat if it's LTG.
What's this? Oh, you could.
DSP should have had Low Tier God's debate style in the interview. He should have just come in screaming, "Shut the fuck up, you homosexual slur ass black slurs." And he just repeats that like 50 times until they kick him out.
That one was really good. Ed Williamson just did a
Yeah, it might be a Dom thing, D, but there's such a weird gay component to it. It's hard to really ignore. But yeah, he does do it as a Dom thing, because he sees it as like sexual dominance. If you're on your knees sucking a dick, he sees it like a prisoner kind of situation, that he's the king over you. It's like, that's what people do in prison, because there's that's the most base form of that, man. I think you're all right, dude. Well, thank you, McDougal.
In that shit, I'm way too mature for it. Honestly, I just don't care. I don't have the fucking. I don't have the desire to just waste my time with it. I really feel like that shit is a complete waste of time.
Okay, hold on. Did I miss something? I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
I don't. I don't plan on stopping being me, even though it seems like the rest of the internet, outside of the people who enjoy my content,
Okay.
chill with you guys and have good, meaningful streams.
I don't want to change. In fact, it makes me heroic for not changing. Nice.
I'm taking a look here. It actually says, if you look at my fighting styles, Brawler's the lowest, Swordsman second highest, Gunman is highest, and Wild Dancer is like next. Which is funny because I've been using Swordsman quite a lot recently. George Costanza said you seen Naruto ship it in the movie. No, I haven't seen Naruto in a long, long time.
LTG is sus. His fixation on men in BBC or just male genitalia in general is very sus. Stefan, when Super Smash Bros. Ultimate got the update for a map maker, I did a legit spit take when this happened. I was drinking something. And he went into the map editor, and his first sentence he said
it's JYRO, but people actually like pronounce it differently depending on where they're from. So it's up to you, by the way.
He legit said his first sentence was, how do I make a BBC factory?
But that's a really good thing. It's you know, it's a oh my god, I killed them all with one slash.
That's a little loud, DSP. Come on, bring it down.
It's pretty good because it's a nice, usually chewy, fresh.
I mean, how is that your first thought, Lil to your God? I have this blank canvas. I can make anything I want. It's like a Rorschach's test. He looked at a blank page and said, I want to draw a BBC factory. Okay, have fun.
But there's a lot of things that they have Mediterranean. Hummus is really
I thought that train wreck interview would stop people tipping. You can't stop this kind of madness, man. He's definitely seen a money buff after the mirror. Yeah, I think so. Maybe someone can pull out Phil's teeth with rusty pliers for a change. Well, we kind of have to do that in Clone Labs, because we got to salvage those teeth, man. I thought OIC was gone for good, but one of his socks tipped today. He seems to just be tipping a lot less. Maybe he's saving up for some sort of money bomb, like a spirit bomb, you know?
Regarding a certain merchant, I don't know what the hell that is I just picked up. Did I ever watch Smallville? No, I didn't.
Tonight is an outlier. Most of the Ishin streams hardly break $20 or $30. Yeah, they've been saving up. I had to crack into the old piggy bank for this one.
Fucker! The fight just started. The guy already knocked me down. I'm gonna use Y instead here. Okay, Y. Oh, look at this!
LTG and DSP tries it, failing Rorschach's test.
Holy shit, that was sick.
There was a skit like that in Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead are in the psychologist's office, and they're being shown Rorschach's test, and they keep seeing masturbation the whole time. They're like, whoa, he's really having a tug-of-war with Cyclops. And they say that for 7 or 8 pictures. I think that's low tier God. Every time he would be showing a Rorschach's test, he'd be like, yeah, it's a BBC. Protrudingly.
No, I did not watch House of the Dragon. What you get from Quick?
Yeah, OIC has been, he needs to step it up.
A few different sandwiches. The chicken carbonara is usually a good staple. I like the traditional, which has a whole bunch of different...
Can we move on from food, man?
And then I also like a few of the steak, like that Angus steak is really good there.
Food talk is easy, man. It's too easy. My dumb little theory about the interview and how it's going to affect his finances. I think his supporters are trying to give him a lot of money right now to make him feel better, or because they feel he deserved it. And what that's going to do is that's going to bleed into their accounts, and they're not going to be able to tip in the near future. And then DSP is going to get mad. He's like, you guys were tipping like crazy, and now suddenly you're not tipping? I've got bills. So they're going to overextend themselves, and he's going to get mad.
No, that's an anime, right? Is that on HBO Max? Whoa, Fairly Virtuous? Earned 50,000 virtue in total. Wow, cool. How much virtue did I get from that?
Eating Del Taco while watching Beavis and Butthead. I had Del Taco not too long ago. That shit is amazing. Where I live, they keep getting some of the most bummiest places. I want a Del Taco, man. Some people are saying, oh, I see is willing on a new cow, so he's not giving Phil as much. Oh, no. Thou shalt have no other god. Well, oh, I see is it. Welcome to Bam World, buddy.
Firestorm. After this fight, I just changed my battery out.
Phil always sees racism in splotches. Yeah. He looks at us as, look at a black woman. Ah!
Shit, I didn't realize that. Okay, let me change out my battery now.
That's really funny, Fourth Rider. And that's a BBC. Am I going crazy here? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. How are you not seeing it? It's a torpedo dick. I like those burgers they had at Del Taco, the ones with the taco meat and taco seasoning, as DSP would describe it. Those were really good. Where the hell did you go? Man, you take your eyes off DSP for a second and he's gone. He moves fast. He's like the wind. How much does this man spend on battery? Too much. You know you can get rechargeable ones, DSP? It's pretty cool tech. Batteries dying mid-fight are god tier. Fuck these batteries. What the fuck? You're telling me we're in 2023 and my batteries are dying?
Thoughts on the wolves?
So,
Okay.
Charles.
We're going back to our hotel here. Alright. No, I don't have a charging dock. It's just a cable. Just a USB cable. And I swap between two batteries. No need to own a charging dock for it.
Okay. Never mind. You could write that off as a business expense, though, but, you know, whatever.
Really? Clay JT says the upcoming Fallout TV series will be on Amazon.
I'm not interested in watching that. I thought I was interested, but given all the adaptations recently, I lost all hope on that. I cracked up when Phil once described his dinner as beef broth with beef stew. This dude struggles with language so bad. It's like so how it works is they have like this like water, and it's like seasoned or flavored, and there's stuff in the water.
What these batteries are.
Soup? You had soup? Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Is there any proof about this cat had a restraining order against Superman? That seemed out of nowhere. I have not heard any proof come up. Now, what could happen is, and we discussed this earlier, is there are occasionally restraining orders that are kept private or secret or not on public record. They tend to be very few, and they tend to be pretty extreme cases. So what's going to happen is, no one's going to find any evidence of this, but DSP is going to claim it's one of those issues. Yeah, that's on the level of pissing off, trying to assassinate a lawyer or something, right? Or stalking like a lawyer or something.
I could say, hey, I'm going to do this well on my channel with this amount of income and this and that, and I can never do that because people constantly mess with it, you know? So,
what?
You're a victim. No. I'm trying to build my channel up. I'm trying to change.
I'll be quiet. I want to hear this.
You just won't see that because you think no one can ever change. You just keep believing I'm the same person from 10, 15 years ago. And you keep harassing me. And I have no recourse against it, but somehow that's becoming a victim. I mean, yeah, because I am a victim. Because you keep messing with me. Like, what else could I possibly say? You've done things as far as breaking the law repeatedly to mess with my business and my income. It's documented that you did it.
Where is it documented?
How exactly am I supposed to, embrace lolcow culture? No, then I'm changing who I am. Then I have to do different...
DSP, you're not changing who you are. You are still a lolcow.
Right? I would love to say, I'm going to see my parents. I'm going to go on a honeymoon with my wife. I'm going to take extra days off of work. I'm going to do this and that. How am I supposed to do that? Right?
Save money. Don't buy stupid shit. That's why. That's how.
You're usually the biggest hypocrites who don't want to listen to reason. Ahem. Gee, I wonder if I'm referencing right now.
Yeah, who are you referencing? Say his name. Describe his beard. What does his beard look like, DSP?
It's just sad because some people are like, success by any means, so change everywhere you are to get money, and then you can have more days off. Yes, and then I'd be an asshole who I don't like who I am or the content I put out.
DSP, you're already an asshole and you managed to like yourself somehow. What?
It is, right? Alright, Jade, I'll see you later. Thanks, man. Thanks for chilling.
Okay, first of all, I would like to see the documentation of us committing the crimes, because the way you say it, you don't have any documentation. There's no police record. It's documented. Present it. Present it. It's that easy. Show the document. Hold up the paper. Hold up your props. Are you talking about the car dealer, the car repair thing? It's not really as strong evidence as you think, dude. It's really not as foolproof as you think. And this thing about I can't save money because people mess with me. What are we doing, DSP? Are we going and using your money to buy DoorDash? I didn't buy any DoorDash off your account. If I did, I would have shared some with you, man. It's only fair I used your account. Same thing with the WWE Champions, man. I would have shared my WWE Champions account with you. It's only fair. I didn't get shit from you, man. I'm not the one putting your bank account in the red. That's stupid. That's such childish levels of blaming away. It's your fault I can't save money. How?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I keep smashing your piggy bank? No. It's your fault. And I'm a victim. Well, I am a victim. Yes, people are victims. It does happen. But at the same time, you make yourself a victim in every narrative. Everything that happens, always, you are the victim. And even when it's not a victim thing, like for example, when you went and got that chicken and you got super confused about how to cook it, you portrayed yourself as a victim of their mismanagement of chicken related stuff. They should have had a whole ass tome stapled to the chicken to explain how to cook it. Poor Phil was a victim. That chicken company screwed him. Or when you got your neck phone situation, you were a victim of FedEx. We're not saying don't be a victim, because you can't ultimately really control that. However, you can control how you frame narratives. Sometimes shit happens, DSP. I know you don't believe it. I know you believe everything's some sort of huge conspiracy, that everyone in the world's out to get you. But sometimes shit happens. Like when he got the internet issue that happened during his interview. His first thought, DDoS. His first thought was, I'm a victim. Someone has attacked me. Someone has done something to me. He didn't think for 1 second that maybe internet shit just goes out sometimes, man. The best of internet goes out sometimes. Nope, I'm a victim. And that's what people have issues with. But he doesn't see it that way.
He stabs me from the ass. Come on.
What is this in reference to? It's his usual whining, really. My family and I buy stuff from the store for most of the time. I can buy my own beef seasoning and shells to make my own tacos. Well, there's no instruction guides on how to do that. I mean, I assume there's a little booklet attached to the taco stuff. Weapons. I remember that being in a public document where they found out Cat's ex had the Subaru. Yeah.
Do the spinneroonie this time. I'm not sure it's very realistic to be able to do that, but I was correct. It's a combo move. I figure. I said this is a
good rain. He fails to see how it actually caused consequences, or it caused this situation. No recourse. You like changing? Yeah, changing is out of the question. Because then I wouldn't be Phil anymore. And you guys love Phil. What if I don't like Phil? What if I like the new person to Phil?
He didn't die from that. He's still. Okay, now we go inside. Okay, here we go.
He also said he would hate himself if he had to do React style content. Yeah, that's true. He also said that he would hate himself if he ever had to ask for money. Remember that one?
The hills. By the way, he's dressed. I say that must be the Sengoku. He fled further into the building.
Yes, he's a victim of the headphones. Those idiots who didn't know how to design headphones properly for a person who never bathes. They didn't think about that. It was really disrespectful of them. They should have.
And he does. Beautiful.
It's not about morals or ethics. It's about ego. Exactly. It all boils down to ego. Being an external victim is his problem. How long can someone remain a victim? He has a defeatist mentality, like Adam said. Because defeatist mentalities are so handy to have. If everything is someone else's fault, there's no need to ever change yourself, as you can see with DSP. So why wouldn't you want to have a defeatist mentality? Oh, woe is me. Like how they're doing what they call.
Oh, my ass.
Devin would reach out to the Subaru man, but if he's guilty, he might not want to say. Maybe.
Oh, never mind. It's a different animation. Didn't work. He's too far away from the other guy.
It's been said since the beginning that DSP is his biggest detractor. He's been hearing this far longer than any dinosaur comment. but he has yet to internalize that one.
Ah, shit. Which game in the Ninja Gaiden franchise is my favorite? I didn't play too many of them. I only played like one.
That wasn't the question, DSP.
Two, and I played it and beat it.
That wasn't the
I'd
question.
probably say two was the artwork I own. Remember last month?
That wasn't the question.
That was Ninja Gaiden 2. Why am I wasting that?
You didn't answer the question. Very
Why
nice.
are you wasting your abilities? There's no enemies in the room, idiot. He wasted all his abilities. You're a stupid idiot. Oh, God.
DSP constantly plays the victim because he didn't like how his monetary values are turning
No,
out.
basket. You beat me with a basket.
Yeah. Remember once he was talking about
that
how
sucks.
all good things come to an end. You know, you can't count on things being perfect forever.
Basket.
But at the same time, dude, I assumed that I would just always make money from this YouTube thing. There's no way this will end. Okay, well, that's your monetary values going into whack. You didn't plan for the future. You should always assume that any good moment's followed by a bad moment. And not in a negative sense, but in a preparatory sense. I should probably stock up on toilet paper. There you go, DSP. See, I'm speaking your language.
Got the basket as like.
Not find myself on a toilet without any toilet paper. It's that kind of mentality, but apply it everywhere. Oh, I'm getting a lot of money right now. I should save this. Nope. Nope, I got a lot of money right now. I could buy the good BMW now.
God damn it.
Man, that is an
Flash
ultimate
him.
weapon. That's unstoppable.
Look, I can't even hit this fucker.
Grab him.
What?
Do a grab. Use Neanders.
What? Okay, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah, gun.
He literally blocked every attack.
Welcome
I had
to gun
block the
world,
gun.
buddy.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. Yeah, these he
was so
anthropomorphizes his
Anyway,
characters
well,
a
I
lot.
got-
Why would you jump? The character's so stupid. Well, it's not like the character chooses to jump. DSP is at war with his own character. It's kind of like that narrative thing, man versus God. DSP's God and he's versus man. My character's out of control. How do I make it do what I want it to
Can I
do?
throw into more than one is the question. Or is it only toss one into another? Let's find out. Nah, looks like you can only toss
During
one
that
into
vest
another.
streak,
That is kinda
do you
lame.
think he saved a
That's
single penny
lame.
from that? No.
I wanna go into
Even then,
mode where you can do the spin,
modern
go
Phil
all the way
did the
together,
exact same thing old Phil did. I got all this money coming in.
The crescendo.
I can get anything now.
There we go.
No, man. You should have saved all that money that you
The
could.
best mode right now because I'm surrounded by guys.
It goes to show that DSP does act high and mighty, contrary to what he denies on a constant basis.
Nice.
He really does. He reminds me of a lot of people who I knew who grew up broke, and then overcompensated afterwards. Where I finally got money, I can do whatever I want. And I think on some level, they're not authentic poor, even though I don't really have a right to gatekeep. But I feel like authentic poor people, they appreciate money to a degree that's much higher. Oh my god, I got $10. I'm going to save part of that and get me the cheap lunch.
This guy. This I should
DSP never had that. He was a poor, and I'm going with his definition of poor, and that he lived in the ghetto and couldn't afford my Wolverine figure.
Oh, wow, he's got a lot of
He could.
superpower, but crap.
His parents totally could. They were just stupid. DSP doesn't think of it that way. He sees as soon as he gets $10, oh god, I can get the $10 meal. No, no. Get the $5 meal and save $5.
He's getting cobbled on the wall. He can't even move. Look. All right, watch this, dude. He's getting destroyed. And let's oh, we already beat him. We already
He
beat
thought
him.
the
Look.
best streak was permanent.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was a symbol.
Damn.
This is us
Pushover. We'll have
championing
the next one.
over the
He was a
detractors.
pushover.
A couple
Wait,
months
he's not
later.
dead?
I don't want people to donate to me because they think they're sticking it to the trolls. Mm-hmm.
No, now he's dead. That was weird. Okay.
He's perpetually broke, not poor. Yeah, I guess I was trying to use poor more as like a broad sense of things. But yeah, he likes to say that, you know, he can't pay for anything because everything goes straight to bills. But that's what the bank link disproved is. No, if anything, if you paid indeed everything to bills, you wouldn't have these problems anymore. Or at least not to this degree. if you spent all that money on WWE Champions on maybe getting ahead on some of these bills, they wouldn't be a problem. Can't do it. It's impossible.
Oh shit!
No, he ignored every piece of advice. All of it's gone. He's not going to incorporate a single thing. And they gave him like 50 things he could change. Nope.
How long is it gonna take?
I honestly think the IRS will audit Phil again. No one beats the IRS. Yeah, I think it's a legitimate concern. I think he really needs to start taking this very seriously.
It's kind of brutal.
That might be what's happening with the WWE Champions thing. Is that what it takes
Oh god.
to really make some changes? Bring his ass onto a stream and shame him in public? If that's what it
They
takes.
didn't really think too much about that, did they? They ran right towards it like an idiot. Oh, give me some items. Interesting. Oh no. 2 big boys. Not
And I
one,
don't even
but 2.
necessarily think that poor people...
3 big boys.
I say this from the position that I'm like not poor anymore. No, I'm amongst them. I feel like poor
Oh,
people
God,
do have a
huge.
right to treat themselves. I do believe that. I think it's bullshit if a person who has been living paycheck to paycheck, I don't know,
What happened?
buys a new video game or buys a new TV or something, and people are like, oh, but you can't pay all this other stuff.
I killed the
I
big guy
don't
with
blame
it.
that.
Oh my
You
God,
should be
I
able to
killed
buy
the big
something
guy
cool
with
that
this
you
from
want.
the firestorm. I don't know how.
Occasionally, or rarely, or
I don't
if
know
you've
why
saved up
Brutus
enough.
did.
DSP just buys cool shit constantly. It's like, no. You can't do that, man.
Yeah.
TV broke. I'm gonna go buy a new one. Right away. I grew up middle class and money wasn't concerned. When I moved out on my own, I was broke. I ate spaghetti every night because it was 5 meals for $10. I put gas in my car $5 at a time. Yes.
Go again.
And you learned how damn valuable money is in the most brutal way.
Yeah.
And it's not a lesson you're going to forget. My grandpa taught me most of my budgeting stuff. I used to be kind of an asshole when I was a little kid. I said, Grandpa, why are you going to this budget grocery store? The other grocery store has much better stuff. And he got annoyed at me. He was like, oh, does it now? Does it?
No, I
The
didn't get it.
Fruit Loops
Oh.
are so much better at the other grocery store. I felt kind of bad as a little kid. I was like, oh, well, I guess I thought they looked better. They got Toucan Sam on them. They got to be better. You got a mascot there. But it's true. DSP wants to get the finest things in life. He always talks about how everything's so prestigious that he gets. Get the budget version of shit. What are you really losing out on? Because it breaks anyway, and then you get mad about it. Is he playing on easy? He says that he's not.
I don't know how to do it there.
He has so many new eyes looking at him right now, and he won't make any effort to capitalize on it. Nope. He's being chill. Does that count as capitalizing?
I don't know how to do this. Punch. Oh, there
If
it
you
is, there
told
it is.
Phil to change his underwear, he would laugh at you.
Combo.
Dude,
Got it.
you're
Got it.
supposed to wear the underwear until it
Activate
falls
right trigger to
off,
mash the
idiot.
button. I haven't used this style in a while.
God, learn how to be an adult, man.
Rope-a-dope combo. Very good.
Being broke in adulthood taught me how to appreciate money in a greater way and learn to continue to improve my skills. Yeah. Is it a rough lesson to learn? Yes, but it's a lesson you never forget. I think Craig does his podcast because he got bored. He's already a multimillionaire from selling Screw Attack. He seems to enjoy it a lot. Yeah, and that's the coolest thing ever is when you can do goofy, dumb shit for fun. That's how you know you've made it, man. Yeah, I agree, Steph. When I was poor, every once in a while, I would get something. I'm still poor, what am I saying? I still get something for myself every once in a while. But DSP, that once in a while is every day. Like, my biggest expenditure I had recently was I bought Wolong. I was like, I want this. I'm saving money right now, but I've got enough money. I'll get that, and I'll take the hit.
In on it.
DSP, I gotta get a Wolong every day, man. And Mr. Consumer Dude, Mr. Critical Thinking, Mr. Big Brain, your statement of everything is made in China anyway. Mr. Giga level intelligence here
Oh, wow.
doesn't realize what marketing is. Do you think that just because the package has so much cool shit on it and it like looks sleek and modern, sophisticated that it's better? No. I make a joke about this whenever I look at tools for the model kit building that I do. And I look at them and I say, oh man, this one has lightning bolts on the package. This shit's got to be pretty good. You can't just put lightning bolts on here if it's not amazing. DSP would unironically think that. Oh, look at this, cat. Look, these clippers. They got lightning bolts. Oh, you know this shit's high end. We gotta get this. It's the same thing. You just paid for a slightly cooler package that you're gonna throw away. Congrats. I love how Craig told Phil to make it make sense, yet Phil couldn't make it make sense. And it made his case look worse. If he wanted to debunk the accusations, he made a really bad job. DSP eventually got to floundering religion.
You probably shouldn't have said that to him.
You know, when a priest or whatever just is not equipped, and at the end of it they just say, you just have to believe me. You just have to believe me. It's like, no, man. My broke ass is learning to do artwork so I can at least earn some income to pay for the classes that I want to take. And I celebrate you for that, Wet Floor. I celebrate you. That shit ain't easy. Making any sort of money on your passion is hard as hell. Yeah, it does. It does, Steph, because you feel like you've rewarded yourself for your patience. And DSP, I guess, thinks that he's rewarding himself every time. Oh, yeah, you're really rewarding yourself, DSP, because you've been so deprived the last couple days. Great value brand. Food tastes almost the same as this. Yes, exactly. I'm paying for 2 canned Sam on my box, dude. It's got to be high end.
I'm gonna kill him.
Got some amazing no brand name stuff from China. The latest was a $20 LED that. Yes. So JCon, this hitbox controller I have is a Chinese knockoff, is what they told me, but it plays just as well as any other hitbox, and I spent a third of the cost because those hitbox controllers are not cheap. And it's like, what am I paying for? It's the same circuit board. It's the same buttons. But DSP wouldn't think of it that way. No, man, I got to get the high-end hitbox controller because it's probably better. It's not. Lightning and bolts flames give a 50+ Christmas stat boost. That's true. When the chicks see that I've got plastic clippers with lightning bolts on it, pants drop instantly, man. And I have to tell them, I'm married?
He wants to fight him. The whole thing was a setup.
What do you want? Speaking of instant gratification, I guess I'll be right back. This damn dog wants a snack. 1 second. He's a good boy. He deserves it.
See, everyone knows who he is. Literally, everyone knows who he is. Everybody. Slayer, it's all good, man. Again, everything's worth a shot, right? So he's saying it was him. I don't think it is. I think he's lying too. I think everyone's trying to get your goat, you know, to do what they want. But I don't think he's the mask guy. I don't buy it. Alright, we got a boss fight before we adjourn for tonight. Alright, let's do it. Music is great. Might as well use some healing items right away, right? Stab him in the nuts. Oh! Okay, that was not the nuts. That was like his stomach. Go. Now I know use Y in a boss fight. Big damage with the Y slash, right? It did like nothing. Oh, it did like no damage at all against him. Yeah, look, this is like nothing at all. Look.
And
A tiny piece.
there's usually a middle ground between quality and price. Yeah, I think so.
By the way, I got a tip and I will shut
Yes,
that out. Oh
so
shit, I'll shut that out when I can.
A lot of companies buy tech and math from Alibaba and throw on their own packages, especially on Amazon.
Disappeared.
Yes. I've seen some videos exposing those.
Got him! Wow, got him out of the air. Oh, that was cool. Firestorm. I did a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again. Go.
I don't know how it works with the ancestor thing in this game. I don't know if they're actually descendants or analogous historical references. I don't know. Unless you're in a trade, then you always buy the highest cost rules. Exactly. Which DSP does not do either.
Whoa, look how much
But right now I'm saving up money to do two things. I want to take a vacation and I want to get some parts for my computer. And it's making me have to do sacrifices. Because I don't save what money I have left, DSP. You save a portion of your money from the beginning. You cut a portion out to save.
Combat is simple, but the thing is, only certain fighting styles work in certain situations. It's actually more about knowing how to
Tips Rose, did it Phil refresh his PayPal? It's worth a try. I don't want to check in on that. If I had been roasted like Phil, I would have taken the
almost got it done.
First of all, DSP is really robust. I don't let things get to me, dude.
That's kind of the problem. You probably should let these things get to you. I guess that's how thick his armor is.
Almost got it.
DSP's got that T-34 armor on his brain. It's so nicely sloped, things just bounce right off it. That's why a tractor has to get to Fred Meyer and tip his Scooty Puff over while he's...
So you guys won't believe this. I was at Fred Meyer, you know, just like using the assisted cart for fun. You know, I was just playing around, and a guy walks up and tips me over. I was there for like hours before they came and saved me.
Right now, because we can do it before the
vacation play. Google Earth is free. You're not wrong, but it's something that me and my wife been wanting to do. We've been wanting to see a change of scenery.
I started watching Dragon Quest 13 playthrough a few days ago, and it is awesome. Dragon Quest 13, you mean Dragon Quest 11, right? Dragon Quest 11 I loved. That was a super good game. Lengthy, tons of
Katana versus Kadachi's on. Yeah, no kidding.
Plot lines in one game. So yeah, enjoy Dragon Quest 11 for sure. And thank you for the tip. Okay. Very nice.
Very nice. I think that was a midlife crisis
I agree.
DSP had.
The flames really should be damaged over time, not just one hit and done. I agree there.
I don't
Yes,
think
Slayer,
you could
I
ever have a
agree.
better wake-up call than
I've
that.
been getting a ton of emails, Slayer. Admittedly, I think you know why. So with all those emails, I haven't been able to respond to like any of them, but I appreciate it. I did read it, man.
Thanks.
I always appreciate honest feedback.
That's true, Wet Floor. He has these
And here we go
weird,
again. This is exactly how it was last time.
weird
Same
victory
mistake.
stances. I think a lot of things DSP should have given up about, and he prides himself in not giving up. But more, what's his name? That Chinese dude, DSP. You know, in China they say, "Is that the guy?" There's this guy named Sun Tzu, and he wrote this pretty cool book.
No, 'cause he doesn't believe
And
it's
there are a
either.
couple sections of the book where he basically states that giving up is actually sometimes the best strategy you can take. Because
He knows
giving
it's
up can be giving up something that's bad. So maybe you should give up a little bit because those are bad things to do. I don't know, whatever.
so many people taking credit, and it wasn't them.
Phil loves Generic Quest 11. Yeah, it's great. Hadn't had this much fun since Generic Quest 10. Did you like the hitbox you got? I was thinking of ordering one off Ollie for the hell of it. I absolutely love it. I posted a picture of it on Twitter. I have a DSP custom hitbox. Custom DSP hitbox. Let me see if my camera is on right now. I'll go see if I can get it. It's upstairs. love this damn thing. I really love the hitbox. It takes some getting used to, but once you really get it down, you really get it down. And it helps me because my inputs are messy as hell. I'm splashing my inputs around. Let's see if I can find my... Might have to switch. Oh, god damn it. Are we serious right now? Every fucking time, bro.
Say have a good night. Thanks for
Alright,
chilling,
get
man.
it. There we go. I'm gonna show it off. Let's drag this out a little bit. DSP, wait a second, alright, man? Don't discuss anything important. So, what's the deal with the camera feed now? Are you serious right now?
So you heard the whole thing against Kondo. Wow. Start Godbox, see you tomorrow. I'm taking off too once this cutscene ends, guys.
Seriously? I fucking hate this stupid damn camera. I'm gonna start crying now, and I don't know if I'm going to stop.
Yeah, he's like, so he's
Yeah, let's do
eliminating
this.
one by one all of them. Who's left, right?
Just can't do it. I can't take this shit.
Who's left as a candidate? There you go.
Camera. Unfortunately, it's not, and that's a problem. I might as well just start jacking it right in front of the camera, then it'll turn
out
on.
out of context for this part because he's behind on the playthrough. Yeah, basically.
Yep, camera
he's
broke.
One-on-one, he's
Shit.
been fighting different people for various reasons and realizing none of them are the assassin of his dad.
God damn. There it goes. It finally working. And that's a crash.